in the dying minutes of the season last week. So all set for a big day here. A bit blustery, but the sun is shining. It's quite warm out in the middle, and bit of welcome, Mr. Richard Grubby Cochins. How are you, mate?
G'day, Spide, Smitty, and g'day, viewers and listeners. And I tell you what, we might be a bit lucky here. The weather forecast all morning has said from 2 o'clock or 2:30 onwards, it's going to be persistently raining. Thunderstorms, lightning, but now the phones are telling us it might go around us. By crikeys, I hope it does, because we're in for an absolute ripper here today, and you don't want the weather spoiling today's footy.
So you have to drive in your car, mate, if the weather hits on the walking in the rain.
Yeah.
So it's it's not much different to yesterday, a little bit warmer, and of course we better welcome the voice of the GDFNL, who's back from his colonoscopy, Dale Smith. Welcome back,
Check
mate.
his undies.
Yeah, welcome. It's nice to be back too, Spider. Hard to keep a good man down, they say, Spider. But,
well, you were down yesterday.
Yesterday I was dead and shot. I couldn't have been any good to you at all. So it's it's a very nice afternoon to be out here playing football. Let's hope we can see a cracker game.
Yeah, well, I mean, it seemed, I don't know, the first half of yesterday wasn't fantastic. I'm just going to completely ignore who our guest is now. I'm actually happy you, Tim.
I asked for the boss, we get a lackey.
Hey, I'd rather him than the other idiot talking about himself. Until about 10 minutes after half time, which was a pretty ordinary game. Then it sort of kicked open with a couple of ordinary free kicks. But the weather's very similar, Dale, and hope we get the same sort of game here today.
As I said, normally these two sides come final times tend to lift themselves and rise to the occasion. As I said, yesterday's game after the start of the third quarter, about 10 minutes in, it probably did die away, but let's hope today we get something a little bit different and come to see what we've expected this time of the year with some good finals games, and most have been tremendous to come here and watch, so let's hope that's the case this afternoon.
Well, as we have did yesterday and in the last couple of weeks, we have a special guest in with us today, and we did ask for Ronnie Pilgrim, but obviously couldn't get past the hamburger stand to get here. And we have the assistant coach of Bannockburn, Dan Gibbs. Gibbo, how are you, mate?
Good, mate. Yourself?
Yeah, very well, buddy, very well. How are we looking for today, mate?
Well, obviously, if the rain stays away, could work in our favour with the sun, quick kids out there, so, yeah.
Yeah, no. Well, as I said, you fell in. It was, just that 48-minute quarter that got those extra 4 goals that got you over the line. But I think in real terms, mate, it was about 3 points at the end of the season. So, obviously, you all knew the results, what happened around, because the other 2 games finished earlier. So, what was it like in that last sort of 10 minutes of the quarter?
Oh, it's pretty nerve-wracking, actually. We had blokes on their phones beside us, and we're looking at the other scores. Anarchy and Inverleith finished first, and obviously Anarchy done the job there, and then North Geelong, just fell a little bit short of the extra goals they needed, which worked into our favour. And the reaction after the game was pretty full on, so which is really good.
Big last quarter, mate. It's kicked 8 in the last quarter to get there, mate. Yeah. So I mean, look, you had been in the 5 for pretty much all year. Yeah. Dropped out in round 16 or round 17. Yeah. It's the first time you'd really been out of it, and then I suppose a bit of poetic justice for us to get back in. Yeah. In the end.
I think obviously. Myself, I thought we deserved to be. Obviously, like you said, we've been in the top 5 most of the year, and then injuries played a part in that, and we had a lot of kids come through from the reserves. They all came up and played their role, and we fell short in a few games, which put us in that position.
And losing the 3, like obviously young Perkins with the injury, and then Liam and young Hosey to the Falcons, probably messed a bit with your plans and the way you'd structured up.
Yeah, it did. Well, obviously, we probably should have realised that they weren't going to be around at the start of the year, and we didn't plan for that. But now, obviously, it's worked in our favour. We get Perko and Liam back, which is good the last couple of games.
No chance of James coming back, mate?
No, he won't come back. We're actually pretty surprised that Liam come back, but but that worked in our favour close to this time of year, which is good. But,
do you know how the Falcons are travelling?
They're on top.
They're on top now, are they?
They're on top, So they finished on top.
And Hosey going all right, obviously.
Hosey's playing really well, actually. Been playing on ball and then changing, goes back in defence again. So they're playing him more in defence the last couple of weeks. But he's holding his own. It's good.
Grub?
Yeah, thanks for coming in, Gibbsy.
So sincere.
The one thing before we go on today's game is, yes, you don't get Hose back. And for the Bannockburn Football Club, I suppose you really like him back. But you don't want him back
No.
there. You want him to go as high as he can and play good footy, as with the Alzinger and Perkins if they
Correct.
get a chance. And I know what Ronnie coached, and I guess you're the same. If you had the choice, you'd have them up there and furthering their career rather than the Bannockburn Footy Club.
Yeah, 100%, Grubby. We always push for our juniors to obviously go on and play better football. And we definitely didn't want them to come back, but like I said before, it worked in our favour. Liam Alzinger's still a chance in playing still, so he's still training down there week in, week out. And yeah, obviously if a spot comes up again, that's fantastic for him because that's where we want him to be. And Hosey as well. And then you still had Josh Sanders who played at Bannockburn Juniors, and he's playing down at the Falcons there as well. So Perko was a bit unlucky with his injury. Obviously he might have been still down there. So yeah.
Probably would have been, yeah.
Yeah.
It looks pretty good. Like, you've got your under 18s who play in Division 2, by the way, not 3. They play in 2 and they've made the finals.
Yep.
You've got your seconds out here, and I see a couple of kids running around here as well in your 2s. It's not an old 2 side.
Yep.
So it looks pretty good for the future if you keep these blokes going through.
Yes, it does. Look, that's what we look at. Like we try to sign. I think we've signed most of them all now. So for next year. So and they're all best mates. They've all come through from juniors right through from under. I think I coached some of these boys in the under 18s from under 14. So and they're all stuck around. So which is really good.
Did you feel, well, you've been there, did you feel for North a bit? Because there's some good people down there. You had to feel for them a little bit, didn't you? No, he didn't. He's going to say no.
Not one bit.
Obviously, I'm Bannockburn through and through. North Geelong's a big part in my footy as well. But, obviously it's exciting that we got in and we can't, I don't think like that anyway.
Wouldn't change it anymore, mate, would
No,
you? Nah.
No, but if it had been Inverleigh playing Balpost Hill, you'd rather North got in.
Yes, 100%. 100%, yeah. So, definitely.
Rather Belpost. They'll get in, wouldn't you?
So you're talking about the players you've signed. So have you signed the senior group from this year for next year? Is that
Yes.
pretty much?
Yep.
So
All virtually signed, yeah.
Yep.
Except for probably one or two, but we're still getting around to them. But, they're all committed again, so which is really good.
And as Grubby mentioned, the strength coming through. I mean, you've obviously got a wealth of players to pick from out there, as in through your junior structure and everything else. The socials. You have a look at everything going through. It's just a huge growth town out there, isn't it? For the sporting complex in general.
No, it is. It's fantastic, and I think that's where
Thank you.
we're in a really good spot as a club with all our juniors out there and how many kids and how big it's getting. And so
Yeah, it is. It is. And look, I suppose the one thing that you don't have out there that other clubs need to have is you don't have trouble finding coaches for these sort of sides either.
No, that's right.
You have plenty of people putting their hands up.
Yep. No, we always have coaches, and everyone keeps committing to the following year. They want to stay with that group and bring them through. So, which is really good.
It does mean for a strong club, doesn't it?
Yeah, I was wanting to ask you a question. I don't usually ask hard questions.
You don't usually ask any questions.
So I have got one. You've got a couple of really, really good recruits that made Bannockburn look a lot better on paper in Maybourne and Fletcher Wilson.
Yep.
Have you got enough out of them for the year?
Oh, I think there's still more to improve. I think Rob Mabel's been fantastic.
Yeah.
In the middle, he's the way he sets all the kids up and speaks to them as well, and directs them. And he's been pretty good for us. And Fletcher's doing his role. He's just got to find, obviously, once he finds his feet, which he has the last few weeks, he's been up the ground, deep, forward, and he's starting to get on top.
So the day they played at Werribee, I think he played in the back line that day, and he actually looked a better player back there. Obviously, you play forward; it can be a hard position to play because you're relying on the ball delivery. But he just seems to me be one of those blokes that if you put him in the midfield, I reckon he'd be okay. If you put him out in the wing, he'd be okay. He's a versatile sort of bloke. But does he prefer, obviously, to be a forward, or did he come to as a forward?
He come to us as a forward.
Yep.
But when we give him the opportunity to come back and play in the back line, he enjoyed that. And the following week, when I said to him, "Oh, you're going to go back to the four-line," he dropped his head a little bit. I think he liked back in the defence. So obviously you can run forward and get plenty of
So
run.
much easier playing in the back line, mate.
But that would be the next part of that question too. Now, just watching Joshy Kunska play in the ruck and around the ground, I reckon that, again, probably the same thing as Wilson. It suits him because he can jump in the middle of the ground and he can get around the ground with anyone being on his back, punch him and push him and doing all that sort of stuff. Do you reckon that's improved him out of sight in the last 5 or 6 weeks?
100%. That's he's just a different player now. He's like a new recruit the last 4 or 5 weeks. He's just come from nowhere. Like, obviously, Kizza went down with concussion. He come up and put his hand up and said, I want to have a crack in there.
He enjoys it?
I loves it. Because he's up there, he's involved early, and he's in and around it. So down forward, he had to work probably harder, but in the middle, it suits him more. Obviously, he's got that good leap and that. So,
Well, I think looking at this year, over the past few years, we've had some really big, tall ruckmen. There's not a great load of big, tall ruckmen in there, so there's a chance for that, really. But I watched Fletcher Wilson a couple of times, and for about 5 minutes, I thought, this bloke's going to be the best player in the comp. And he just couldn't quite get the consistency to keep it up. So he has got the ability, and a ground like this, a stage like this for him and Rob Maybourne, could be the difference of Bannockburn turning the corner and beating Thomson today.
yep, no, correct. I think if they don't watch him, he could really hurt him.
Wide open spaces will probably suit him, I think, too.
Yep.
This ground, he seems to have that sort of game where, because he's only slight, it's not much of him.
Yep.
Where he likes to run. That's why I think playing the back line was probably suiting him, because he could just attack the ball and just back himself in.
Yep. No, 100. Even.
Did in.
Yeah.
So
Well, that's right.
so obviously the work's to be done there.
Yep.
The age-old question in this commentary box is, right, Pilgrim, he wants Fulton in the ruck. Smith, he wants him at full forward. Where does Gibbsy want him?
I want him forward.
Forward?
I want obviously Kiz is great in the ruck, but with the last couple of weeks with Sudsy in the ruck, it's suited our game plan a bit better. Obviously, Kiz will go through the ruck, but I think Kiz is dangerous forward. If you get him one out, and there's not many people that can man up on him. A bloke that size, he's pretty dangerous.
Well, I don't think he's ever kicked less than 6 against Werribee.
Yeah.
Ever.
Well, the one thing I've noticed, and you talk about Joshy being in the ruck, is, I think we said a couple of times, he gets in the right spot to centre half forward. He just grabs everything.
Yeah.
He's gone in the ruck. We've seen him against Werribee that day, and he was one grabbing.
Very
it
good
just
too,
seemed to something clicked. I don't know whether it's because he's free to attack the ball, and you not know, but you got opponents sitting behind you all the time, and opponents centre half forward. Might make that little bit difference, but that's the one thing I noticed with him.
Yep.
He's clunking them.
He is. I think Smitty hit a nail on the head before. With him leading out and with the bloke coming from behind, and you can get that knock in the head and stuff. It can put you off the game pretty early. But him up around the ball, you're not getting that. So his confidence is flying. We've given him a license just to go for it, and he's been doing that, so which has been good.
I'm just about sick of footy. How's your brother?
He's good.
Yeah,
he's
keeping out of trouble?
Keeps to
He was
himself.
here. He was here before.
Is he?
Yeah,
He's
probably,
sure.
probably first game he's been to all year.
Should have brought him in with you. We heard
Oh,
a bit of
no,
fun.
don't do that. One of them's bad enough. Don't need both of them, Minnie.
You love your GDFNL footy, mate, and it's always great to see you at the footy because you're pretty passionate about it, aren't you?
I am. I love seeing kids, obviously, get the best out of them. Love seeing them play good footy.
Progress,
So, progress.
Yep.
So,
Dale's had a few opportunities of that as well.
I'll ask you the next question then. Did you enjoy your time with the kids more than coaching senior footy? Or do you enjoy both?
I enjoy both. But,
I got
this-
sacked by the
this
senior
side-
lot. The junior ones kept me on.
Well, this
so
side's got so many
this side's
kids.
got so many juniors, so it's the
Yeah, I
same
know.
sort of. But,
Yeah.
Nah, I
How
love
is he?
both.
How is he? Never says a word. Now he thinks he's Mike Willison.
Yeah, that was we all noted that in the Werribee game, how good both sides had, the kids they had that run. It was just a brilliant game of footy to watch that one.
Well, as I say, Bannockburn had made the finals in the under-18s. Werribee didn't make the finals, but they had a pretty good side. They had some good kids in there. So the under-18s, when you're playing Division 2, you're a whole lot better off in Division 3 because the footy is so much better and you're playing against GFL second sides and all that sort of stuff. So it is better for you.
Yeah, no, definitely. It's a confidence thing. So if they can play in the right divisions, and the scores are pretty even because you go back and look at a lot of junior sides and they put them in wrong divs and they're getting beaten by 100 points. And as a kid coming through, you get beaten by 100 points every week. You don't want to play footy. And
that's right.
what happens. So
Gets cold and wet about
It
June,
does.
July, mate. You don't want to turn up to training, that's for certain.
My word.
Definitely makes it hard.
I didn't want to turn up to training when it was nice and warm. Didn't bother me.
Gee.
Bit like you, Grub. All right, Gibbo, it's record time, mate. We'll let you wander over. Your side at the moment, Bannockburn are fairly comfortably in front. If the scoreboard comes back up, we'll be able to tell you how far in front. So
About 34 or 5 points, I reckon.
kept disappearing yesterday, Dale, as we were going to call the because we had no clock. Kept disappearing. We were looking at the clock to find what was going on. But you'd think, a 6-goal lead, three-quarter time in the twos. Anything can happen, but no time on's always a bonus, I reckon.
It is definitely.
Inverleigh got the win, though, haven't they?
Yep.
Well, it could get close.
It could.
Don't count your chickens.
Just stand Sam Hickleton at about 25 out, the ball won't get round him. And Tommy Barth, of course, today plays game 150, mate.
Yes, he does.
That's a fantastic achievement.
Yeah, it is. Probably most consistent backline player we've got. Just
and homegrown, another homegrown.
Yep.
Which is always good to see when that happens. And well, how old's he now?
Oh, I'm not sure actually.
He's late 20s, I reckon.
Yeah,
maybe 30. Maybe I'm not too sure.
Yeah.
Maybe around Hobbsy and
I think so.
around that age group. So what are they? Fatula and all that lot.
That'd be late 20s or something.
Late 20s, early 30s, maybe even now. Time flies when you're having fun, I can tell you.
You were coaching under 12s, were you?
Well, yeah.
The scoreboard's completely disappeared now, so it's been no good to us at all. But Bannockburn are in front. So, but there has been goals kicked against the wind too, so they go forward again. So, all right, Gibbo, we'll let you go over and start getting prepared, mate, because, it's half an hour now till the ball is bounced, and Bannockburn just kicked the first goal, mate. So, I think she's all over now. Means you get to play wherever you next. No?
Who won yesterday?
No, East Geelong next week.
East
Belmont won yesterday.
Yeah, wherever you play Belmont.
No, that's good.
Good on you, mate.
All right, Dan, thanks for your time, mate. Really appreciate it, bud, and good luck for today.
Thank you.
And hopefully you continue on next week.
Thanks, boys. Thanks for having me.
Gibbsy, thanks very much, mate. And
you'll
with
beat
Tommy
Werribee
Bath
next week
playing his
anyway.
150th today for your sake and for Bannockburn's sake, let's see if he plays his 153rd this year.
Hopefully.
Good on you, mate.
Fingers crossed. Thank you.
Thanks, mate. Have a good one. Thanks to Helen Tucker, too, for the feed. Dan Gibbs, of course, assistant coach of Bannockburn. Has been the system for a little while out there, and you're right to start eating now. Yes, the lovely Helen Tucker, who
We're going to a break.
dropped off a bit of food for us. I'll stick with the fruit platter, mate. You can eat the pastries.
That was well placed, wasn't it?
Was well placed. Didn't put anything in front of you, Dale. She obviously heard what happened yesterday.
Yeah, no, I'm very cautious the way I go about things today.
Don't eat the cheese then.
Be careful of that pie. I think it's got some laxets in it.
He doesn't need any of those. Just quickly on yesterday, Grub. Obviously, Dale wasn't here. Other sides floating around watching. What would they have taken out of it? Put you on the spot, mate.
Well, I'm just trying to think myself. It's a very difficult question. Some of them will think Werribee Centrals are gone because of their discipline in the second half, which was atrocious. And that sometimes happen under pressure where you can't sort of stop that. And they just did it down the ground, free kicks, 50s. They're running in the square. The kid reckons he didn't run in, but, I mean, that doesn't matter. The second time he shouldn't have been close. And just the things that happen, they might say, we're in a bit of trouble there. Although I must admit, they've played some really terrible games where they've come back and played pretty well the following week. What they have to take out of it is that Belmont are on the level. Right? A lot of people, and I said it yesterday, they've underrated them a little bit, and the bubble's going to burst, and they're not that good. They haven't got the superstar. I can tell you, they are the real deal. So don't forget for a minute that they are the real deal, because as soon as you do, they'll beat you. What else can they take out? Well, really, you're only talking about the two clubs that are going to play today. And I think what they'll say to them is, hey, Werribee is susceptible. Give a bloke a clip across the ear. Give a bloke a hard bump or whatever. And let's just see if their discipline fails them again, because if it fails them again, they'll lose.
So Culliver didn't play yesterday.
No.
Is he?
Don't know. It's a slide hammy, but I don't know.
Okay. Was there someone else that they mentioned?
Prismal. We don't know.
But he was always going to be doubtful, though, wasn't he? Really?
Yeah. He was going to try and play finals when it counted. Well, it's not going to count much more than next week. But what does worry him on this big ground? If Culliver does play, if Prismal does play, and they're not quite 100%, I already know that Chesterman's got both hamstring problems, had ice on both of them, so he's not 100% either. You cannot go out on this big ground, whoever you play against, you cannot go out here with too many injured players or you will get killed. So that's a worry too. If they do come back, it might be worse than if they don't come back.
Especially hammies.
Yes.
Really,
yeah.
A lot of
Linehan, Cunningham be better for the run?
Oh, no doubt. He could have got a goal early from off the ground, and he fumbled a bit. Took a good mark, kicked it with his left foot and went miles away. I just think a game under his belt, yes. Werribee Centrals have got no one to take a mark at full forward.
Yep.
And all year it hasn't mattered because of the value they get out of Carmelo Saliba and Josh McDonald.
Yep.
Right? But yesterday, McDonald was okay early. Saliba was well beaten by Sheriff, who played a great game. To his credit, he kicked a goal late, which is okay. But when they're getting, but you still need somebody. Belmont have got a bloke named Ben Evans that took 4 or 5 marks up there, and they had a bloke named David Allen who took 4 or 5 marks up there. Wherever he didn't take many at all. Blake Taylor might have took a couple coming back. So they need him to fire, and if he doesn't fire, and if they haven't got it, who knows? I saw they played, well, we were there the day they played out of the seconds just for one game, Yates, who took some great marks before he got injured. But that's their biggest downfall other than their backline. Their backline wasn't too bad yesterday, but they still need a bit of a calmer influence down there.
You spoke about O'Halloran. Now, has he been recruited as a key forward, though, hasn't he?
Well, I think he was recruited as a key forward because we had Paddy Daly there.
Yep.
I've just got this funny feeling the way I watch him play that he's team of the decade or he's good football played at St Bernard's. I think it may have been in the ruck because he looks a lot better in the ruck.
Yep. He does.
But he doesn't have to look better than much because he hasn't been good up forward. He doesn't mark many. I don't know. I think he's better in the ruck, but the way Paddy Daly played yesterday, you can't have Paddy out of the ruck for too long because Paddy destroyed both of those ruckmen yesterday. So, they've probably got a bloke who's a ruckman playing him forward and might not be his go, Smithy.
Yeah.
There's a few times that happens, isn't it, mate? They try and find a spot for someone that's not their spot.
Yeah, and it happens. Who was the bloke that went to Queenscliff? Played the first game. I don't know how many games he's played.
Hardigan.
Like, he wasn't a full forward.
No.
But he's full forward down there when he plays.
Mm.
So, and you think that it just works. Well, sometimes it doesn't just work. You've got to play in the position your best. The day he went into the ruck when Paddy Daly went down, I thought O'Halloran played a fantastic game.
He did.
That was at Bannockburn, but the day up there, wasn't it?
Yeah, he did play really, really well. So the reserves here is 10-7-67. Bannockburn, Inverleigh 7-3-45. Banno kicked the first of the quarter. Inver kicked the next 3. So back to the 22-point margin. I can't say how long to go because the clock isn't working. All right, lads. We've got a bit of time, so let's see if we can dissect today's game. As I said, Bannockburn fell in by about 3 or 4 points at the end of the season. Thomson had been there pretty much most of the year, as Banno had been until the very end. How do we see today unfolding? What are the keys going to be? Dale, you want to go first? As Grubby's got his mouth full.
Another one. They're coming hard in the lead at the moment.
16 points.
What was the question now?
How do you see today's game unfolding, mate?
Well, as I said, you'd have to go. You go back through the course of the season, and both times Thomson have had the wood over Bannockburn at their own ground, and when they played them at Bannockburn. So they go on with that in their briefcase, I suppose, and think, well, there are going to be confidence up about, and they, I suppose, the ability there that they know that they can win a game of football. Thomson have been a little bit all over the spot at different times during the course of the season. They've had players, they've been good one week and then not too good the next. But today, as I said, finals time, both clubs always seem to lift. And I just reckon Bannockburn have got some inclusions. Maybaum does come back into the side. I think he'll be handy. Conker's back in, brings that little bit of experience, and you get Liam Elzinger with that run and carry, which I think they probably did miss. And I know you can't rely or put that on too much, but they do miss that run and carry. But I also think it's going to suit the Bannockburn younger brigade. As I said, they've got some good runners through their club. They have played pretty well, and we've seen them play some pretty good football. Thomson, on the other hand, again, the same sort of boat. They have played good footy. Darcy Troop's a bloke. As I said, I think they've listed him to go back to centre forward. I hope he does play and spends a majority of the day there. Obviously, to give Cam a bit of a cutout in the ruck, that will be a no-brainer. He'll have to do that at some stage. But as I said, I reckon for Thomson to win this game of football, they've got McLeod up forward, they've got Knight up forward. They're both goal-kicking people. Boyd's got a good pair of hands and can kick goals. So if Bannockburn's defence can hold up today with Lukey Bowden coming back into the side, I think they can hold them out, and I think they can win. Well, I'm hoping they can win. Let's put it that way.
Why?
It's a great kick. That's a great kick.
10
points.
Why am I hoping Bannockburn can win?
Yeah.
Because I want to see them progress.
Well, why don't you want to see Thomson progress?
Because I'm a Bannockburn man. Just like you are, wherever
I just hate biased people in the comments. And I tell you what, you reckon it wasn't hard yesterday. I can promise you.
That's what I thought.
Oh. Right, okay. I'll tell you where you are 100% right. At one stage, I thought Bannockburn will make finals. Not a problem. And at one stage, Thomson looked like they were going to miss out. And then all of a sudden, Thomson's there, can't go out, and Bannockburn have to have that miracle to get in. And that's that just shows what a great season it was. Bannockburn, I've said it with Gibbsy, I'll say it again. Maybourne, he answered it pretty diplomatically. I think they need more out of him. He's a better player than what he's shown. I watched him last year in a grand final. He needs to display that today. Same with Fletcher Wilson, right? Obviously Fulton, but I'm not going to rely on Fulton playing well because I'm pretty sure that he will. He's that good a player, right? The kids are back. That helps him. It gives him some run on a big ground, which you really need. Oh, look out.
And 50.
Oh, look out. This is on. So, he's gone again. You've got to send him off, umpire.
Happy.
You've got to send the boy off.
Sam Hickleton.
You've got to send him off. And he has. But anyway, let's get back to this. So, Bannockburn looked to me to have a side that can play pretty well on this ground. What's going to worry me, you've got, as you said, McLeod. McLeod is not 100% fit.
He wasn't named Thursday, was he?
No, emergency.
Yeah, he was definitely made an emergency.
So he's not 100% fit. I know that from fact. Planty comes back into the middle. Now, Planty at best isn't quite suited. There goes the team sheet. Planty at best isn't suited to this type of ground. But coming back after injury, and I don't think he's 100%, that can hurt. They're good players, but it can hurt with their fitness. There's a rumour going around that Knight has got a pretty bad hand injury. That's not going to help you much. And all of a sudden, the Thomson side, who I thought would win this and win it easily, I don't think they will. I think it'll be a lot closer. They've lost Logan Mitchell, who's a terrific
That's what
player.
I was going to mention. Yep.
All right, so they rely a bit on Boyd up there and a couple of. I think Troop. I know what you said. Same with Fulton. I'm not sure Cam can play ruck for that long period of time. I think you'll find Darcy in the ruck, and he'll do a good job. And someone's got to grab him by the ears before the game, Lynchy, and say no 50s, no free kicks. This is crap football. Because if you don't play football, we could lose this game. Because he as good as he is, he does do some of those things, and especially a send-off.
And Billy Smets not mentioned in that
Billy
side either.
Billy Smets is injured. Is he actually in the team?
No.
Well, that's a huge loss because, well, I think he's a chance to win the Whitley medal. There you go. That's how good a player I think he is. That's a big loss.
That's a big loss, yes.
Gee, I was going to call it a draw.
Well,
but I think I'll go Bannock.
him and Mitchell out of that midfield opens it right up, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Because Logan Mitchell's and what we've seen, the games we've seen, he has been very good.
Yeah, well, he was named the other night, so he's one that comes out for who's in today. Mitchie Hodgson wasn't named.
Yep. No, he's definitely emergency as well.
Yeah, so he's in. So who's the other one to go out? Smets, and there must be someone else go out.
Well, Logan
for
Mitchell.
McLeod. I think Mitchell was already gone.
Mitchell's been out for a couple of weeks.
Yeah, I can't.
So there's somebody else has come out for Jackson McLeod to go in because he was named on the emergency list. The other bloke that can either be the biggest plus of all time or the other way is Daniel Freeman. If he gets going on this ground with his pace, no one will catch him and he'll be a $1 million player.
Yeah.
But if he's not 100% fit or whatever and he can't run, then they're at a loss. You know, Thomson never give up, and it just and they've beaten them twice, as you said. But you know who I think might be the difference, and I'm going to pick Bannockburn. You got a bloke out there that's played league football. For Christ's sake, get some kicks. Play like you used to play, and he'll dominate. It's Reece Conker.
Yep.
He hasn't done a smashing lot of stuff that I've seen.
No.
But if he does today, look out, because he can play football.
Well, you don't play league footy if you can't, do you?
Exactly. So.
You'd reckon he'd be fit enough. I know match games and different to what just running out and doing that sort of stuff, but it makes it interesting, as I said, a bit of ball work and all the rest of it. But he's going to get an opportunity now with Melbourne out of the finals if they can sneak themselves through a couple of weeks.
Exactly, and it's up here too. It's in your mind too. You're playing footy, but you probably, as an assistant coach, whatever he is, he's sort of thinking about other things. They're gone, so it has to make a difference. I come here today going to tip Thomson. But I've just about convinced myself I might just go the other way, you know.
Yeah, as I said, it's toss of the coin. As I said, I know you can't look back on what's happened during the course of the season because, as you said, Spider, yesterday, the whole season starts again yesterday. And as I said, if you can put 3 or 4 good games together, you can win a flag. So that's what they need to do. And both sides, as I said, they'd be sitting back looking yesterday and think, like you said, Rob, they would think they're a chance to get past Werribee next week.
Oh, yeah.
But again, week in football, it's a long time.
It is.
You just got to, as I said, if you can get those other couple of players to come back into the Werribee side, and obviously things start a little bit differently, that we know how desperate and how good they can actually be, and it opens things up again. But look, it will be a good game of football. The run of the both sides is going to be important. How they use the ball. I think they play a similar brand. They want to get it out, and they both want to keep the ball moving. So
I think
we should see a good game of football this afternoon, no doubt about it.
I think, as the twos have just blown out, as said, Inverleague, Bannockburn got it to a 34-point lead or 40-point lead. 40-point lead. It's now 10, and Banno just kicked the goal to get that 10 points back in lead.
They might have got them home that
But I don't know how long there is in the clock, though.
There's 0 minutes.
But that's what I'm saying. It hasn't started, so
No.
I don't know. There could be still 5 minutes to go.
Oh, you wouldn't think so. They're only, 25-minute quarters?
20-minute no time on, so...
Yeah.
Remember the couple of years they tried that stupid thing where they brought in time on after half time for the seconds?
Yeah.
Poor old fat blokes nearly died.
Yeah.
But look,
But I'll tell you what, if I was Bannockburn now and got a kick for goal, I'd be kicking it as far as I could, as long as I could to get the ball back.
I'd plan on kicking it out of bounds on the full.
Yeah.
Kick it over the club rooms. Not that I'm encouraging that sort of stuff, but that's what I'll be doing. Kick it over the club.
You're in it to win it, mate.
Oh, that's right. That's right. See to go the boundary. Oh, no. Turnover. There it is.
What's that for?
That's it's last possession, last clean touch.
They've got to get rid of that rubbish too.
So if
I
it's a
don't
kick-
give a stuff what they do during the year. You've got boundary umpires. Go back to the normal format, for God's sake.
all right,
Instead of
that's
for
great.
year after year.
Agreed with that, mate. Especially come finals time. No one's going to care if you're balling the ball in. Is it? What's the point of having a boundary umpire then?
Oh, just to signal it, I suppose.
But the umpire signals it as a clear possession. So, anyway, not long to go, we would have thought.
No
clear-
good signaling out in the full spot
No.
because you get it anyway.
You get it anyway. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Oh, it's not a good handball. But anyway, Ruddy had defence again here. 2-on-1 down the forward line. Oh, it's good hands. No, spilt the mark. Well done by Brad McPaul there, mate. The flying mullet of Kevy.
But it's not last touch for everything.
No, if it's a contested ball, it's not. It's only for possession.
Yeah.
So a kick or a handball.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
just get rid of it. Get rid of it and play normal football.
Yeah, we kick it as far as you can if you're going to go out of bounds.
Well, you wouldn't you?
Yeah, just kick it as far as you can. So about 12 or 14 minutes from the start here. So
Well, give them time on and start the game earlier.
don't give them time on. Bugger that.
No, I did.
Don't know, Matthew. Anyway, ball deep in Bannockburn's attack at the moment. Ball swung out wide towards Grosvenossi. Takes a mark. Need to move it quickly there, Grub.
Yeah.
Glennie Myers, have a look at him, mate.
You ready to
out
go,
there.
Glennie? On a big day. Big day. Hey, but,
Mate,
yeah,
why don't you get a motor on that?
worked all day in the
Right it
canteen yesterday. Back today.
Anyway, so the final games of the season that got in here. So Thomson had a disappointing loss to your mob, Grub,
Yeah.
to Werribee, and Bannockburn obviously, Belpo still got within 16 points during the third quarter, but then they've kicked 8 goals in the last quarter. So I know that there was things around that the Thomson-Werribee game wasn't played at 100%, but I still think winning form is good form.
Yeah, I don't know. When the sides aren't, especially with Thomson, with so many injuries,
So
they're
that
going to
can be a
take it a
freak.
bit easy.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to take it a bit easy. So
That's ridiculous.
Played deliberate. Yeah, so
he's goaled it too, I think. No, what's going on?
It's got to come back because he hadn't gone back beyond the mark.
No, they're not going to kick it now. He won't kick it now. Yeah, I don't know. You do like to have form, and I think that's why Werribee won that game, because they played a disastrous game the week before against North Geelong, and they needed to get the form back.
you
But
mean win.
Didn't help much yesterday, but who knows? That might kick him into playing. Look, it doesn't matter if they don't win next week, Werribee Centrals, as long as they can walk off the ground with their heads held high and say, we did our best. Because yesterday they bloody well didn't.
That's what you said about Winch
Yep.
against Belpo. So they come out very strong.
And they come out and beat East Geelong. It's all about pride in what you do, pride in your football, pride in yourself, and pride in your club. And I think Werribee's got a big test to do that now. Winchelsea passed their test, even though it was only home and away. And I think, I know you play to win, but you come off the ground and think, I couldn't have done much more. That'll do me.
Fair
Because I've
enough.
seen sides play their best footy and lose the game of footy because they're not quite good enough. That don't worry me at all.
It's a big 50-metre penalty being paid there, boys. So
I'll tell you what, that's good ground.
I'd buy land off this bloke. That's a big 50. Anyway, yeah, so I said loser today is out. The winner will take on Werribee next week, and after what we've seen yesterday, they basically, I think they're a big chance. So, but it's they haven't played yet, so we'll see what comes out of the game. You never know, mate. It could be key injuries or blokes coming back for Werribee. Werribee got the 8-day break now till they play on a Sunday,
Yeah.
so a bit of time to recover. What about Belmont? Rob?
I've already spoke about them. I just reckon people, as I said, have underrated them. They're a very, very good, even side.
You know what they remind me of? Hawthorn.
A little bit.
You keep thinking they're going to fall over,
Yeah.
but they keep
And
doing
they
the
just
things
keep
week in,
coming.
week out.
Yep.
And if someone's not playing well, the next bloke steps up. So just seem to have a good balance from pretty much the start of the season all the way through. They've been able to win games that they should have won. They've dropped a couple along the way, and you start to think, well, this could be the start of something. But then the week after, they come back out and they do exactly what they've done previously and win games of football. So if you're going to give credit to any side during the course of the year, it's got to be them from my point of view.
You
I think
betcha.
they well out-expected my expectations of where I thought they would have finished.
Yep.
And to be honest, I hope they can continue their run because it would be good for them to obviously get to a level of playing in a grand final at least. Whether they get there and win it won't be matter, but to get there would be a massive achievement for them along the way.
Well, I don't doubt you one bit. And as I said to Andy yesterday, I'm one of those blokes that never, ever, ever thought for 1 second that they would fall over or they were playing above themselves. And I guess it's going back to that practice match. I just saw, scoreboards don't count in practice matches, but the way you move the ball did. And if it had been East or Belpost Hill in their day, move the ball like that, I would have thought, yeah, well, that's what I expected. That's what I would expect.
Yep.
I didn't expect in a practice match, the first practice match in the summer at night, I didn't expect Belmont to be able to move the ball like that. And when they did, it just stuck in my brain. Watch out for this mob. Probably didn't quite think they'd go as far as they did, but they just got better and better and better and better. And I can tell you now, after talking to Andy Walsgott yesterday, with not one hint of cockiness, he don't believe they're going to fall over.
Yeah.
No, he was good yesterday, Andy. So just wouldn't answer your question about who was a better coach. So the reserves is finished now. Bannockburn 11-8-74 have defeated Inverleigh 10-3-63. So 11-point margin in the end. So Bannockburn progressed to next Sunday in the first semi-final. Grub, have you got the umpires for us today, mate, by any chance?
Certainly have, somewhere.
Dalton Grundle walking about the moon boot. He reckons he's to start running in a month or two. Talking to him during the week,
He's in a
Dale.
moon boot.
He was in a moon boot for a while. He was, not anymore.
Oh, I was going to say. I saw him in the shorts early with them black boots, and I thought, can't play in the seconds, can he?
No, he
And
can't.
obviously he can't. Today's umpires, Brad Barankin for senior field, Chris McWaters and Normie Douglas. Good on to see you, Normie. The boundaries are Robert DeBooze, and I guess if he doesn't throw it in properly, he will get a few boos here today.
Booze.
Grant Sumner, Lockie Watson, and Bailey Wilson. The goal umpires are the great Mark D'Alessandro. Good to see him. And, of course, Emily Jost has done a magnificent job through the year to deserve a spot in the elimination final.
All right. Well, we're about 8 minutes from the start. I've just got a mouthful of food, so that was nice.
Don't we
brother.
have any breaks anymore?
We can take one right now. Alan, you there, mate? You want to throw to a break, mate, for us? Throw to a break for us, please, mate. I've got a mouthful of food.
Lucky that came out well, Spide.
Oh, I know. All right, we are back here at St Albans Reserve, awaiting the start of this elimination final between Thomson and Bannockburn. Thanks to John Mitchell for his constructive commentary as usual.
Lucky it wasn't on air.
Oh, lucky you weren't eating.
Hate that language.
No? Terrible, wasn't it? Terrible. Thanks, Mitch, for the rev up, mate. We'll do our best for you, mate. Hopefully you live to see the end of the game. Anyway, lads, the sides are out warming up, so you wouldn't come out too early today, would you? You'd stay in the rooms as long as you could.
Well, yeah, it's not actually hot, but with the conditions that we've had for the last 6 months, it'll feel. I spoke to. That's why I asked you if you knew that kid from Inverleigh, Smithy. There's a bloke from Inverleigh at half time standing out the front.
Yep.
Of the coaches of the change rooms, and I said, "Oh, there you go." He said, "Oh, jeez." He said, "It's bloody hot out there." So even though the temperature might say, 18, 19 or whatever it is.
You notice the difference.
You run around there with the wind and the sun out there, it's about 30, I reckon, because they were buggered, those kids.
Saps it out of you.
Yeah.
Saps it out of you. I know players these days are a lot fitter than they used to be, but it doesn't matter. You're not used to playing in this sort of weather.
The problem is you can't go and stick yourself and hide in a forward pocket for a quarter because they get you. They get up there and get on the ball.
They'll run over you. What's wrong, Dale?
There's a number out there, 29. I don't know who
That's
it is.
That's major.
Is it?
I don't know why they keep putting 27. He's won 29 every game we've played, and they put him as 27 all the time in the record, so he can't get reported.
Yeah, that's okay.
That's how it works. That'd be a John Mitchell trick, wouldn't it?
So what have they got him on the team sheet as?
As 27. I don't know why they do it.
And what's he wearing?
29.
You can't do that.
We know that, but they've done it every game that we've called. They've had him wearing 29.
Someone's got dyslexia.
Someone could lose points for it.
Well, there's no points today.
It is. The
They
points
could
to
lose
go
the
through
game.
next week, yeah.
They lose the game.
Same thing.
But it's every time we've played, he's always had 29 on. And they've always named him as 27. I don't know why, but anyway, both sides out there warming up. Still a couple of boys with the long sleeves on, which is good to see.
Darcy Troop.
Regan Kerslake, Freeman's got his on.
The new blokes reckon it's hot.
Oh,
Saligen.
I've usually got sleeves on by now. It's
Well, let's see how long they last with the long sleeve jumpers.
Paddy White, Kunchka's got his on.
Not a good idea, if you ask me.
I only ever played in one, mate. No, the old war ones back in the day.
Well, I
And that
wore
sort
them
of
every
stuff.
week. I always wore long sleeve.
He's always cold and in the ball.
But I'll tell you what, I wouldn't be wearing them in today's conditions.
I'd have the sunnies on. The old Jimmy Steins running out with the hat on.
Yeah, but why not?
No, get the sunscreen going to be perfect. So just waiting for the captains to come in the middle to toss the coin to see who's kicking which way. And the way this breeze is blowing, the way the twos has played, it could be pretty handy to start with. Unless you're Trent Cotchin. Then kick against it.
Well, sometimes you make those decisions in football and they're not good, and I reckon you regret that one.
Oh, you regret that for a long time. I know, I suppose, in it with the 3 premierships as a captain, so you'll probably forgive yourself that little one mistake. But today in this sort of footy, as you say, it is warm. So come halfway through the third quarter, players start getting a bit tired, cramp might start settling in, and you get that advantage in the first quarter. Could make all the difference come the end of the game, lads.
Yeah, as I said, it'll be the team that can actually endure it, run it out, because as I said, they'll have to be good. I reckon by three-quarter time there'll be some petrol tanks well and truly exhausted, and they'll be looking for something to get them through. But if they're in front and they're kicking with a breeze, you can guarantee that'll be enough to get them up over the line. So
My word.
if you are going to win this game of football, let's be 3 or 4 goals up. Doesn't matter where you are at three-quarter time. It doesn't matter which way you're kicking. At least you might have some sort of resistance to provide.
Well, you can protect the game, can't you?
You can do a little bit, Spider, as I said, but still, as we saw in the reserve game, you think at 40 points down in a reserve game, you'd be lucky to get close. But
3
they got
minutes
back
into
to
the
3 points, and then Banny kicked the last goal. So
Yeah, you're right there. And I tell you what, Spider, Rob did ask me a question yesterday, and I finished up not answering.
That's fair enough.
And
You want to tell us what the black
the
armbands
black
are for?
armband's for. We all know Mark Bernardo,
Barney.
Barney the legend, the Hall of Fame, life member of the GDFNL. His father passed away on Saturday.
Whose son plays at North Geelong.
He does too, and his father passed away on Saturday, Marcello. And I tell you what, you go a long, long, long way. You reckon Barney's a good bloke?
He's a good bloke, Barney.
I tell you what, his old man was one of the greatest blokes you'll ever meet in your whole life. I worked under him when he was a supervisor for Mega Homes.
Yeah.
He played a trick on you. He could hardly speak English half the time. You couldn't understand. He said, well, you don't understand. He'd give you a clip across the ear. He was one of the greatest blokes that lived. So, Marchie, rest in peace, mate.
Yeah, so that answers the question that Snick did ask yesterday. So it looks
I was
like...
looking for the right time, Spud.
Yeah, fair enough. Looks like Thomson kicking to the Buckley's end. Have won the toss and will kick with the wind.
Conker playing deep, and the biggest shock for me is Beardsall's in a forward line.
That is a big shock, isn't it? Maybe he's gone to the wrong end.
Mate, that day off has made you more observant, eh?
Well, there you go, Dale.
So the ball is with the umpire. The ball's gone up. Cam gets the first touchdown and first kick. No, he didn't. He got the handball outside. Went to Maguire playing in the middle of the ground. So there's another one. So ball comes out now towards the centre wing. Picking the ball up was Judy. He gets the ball back to Maguire. Maguire goes back into the forward line. Troop stands under it. Can't take the mark. Picked up and cleared away. Handball, that was Taylor. What's his name? Thomas. He goes across the ground. Phillips now leads in the race for the ball. Needs to get a favourable bounce, but Jacket arrives first. Can't pick the ball up, but he's got support out there on centre wing. Thomson with the ball. That's a good, strong tackle. Ball did come out in the tackle, and free kick will be given. So Bannockburn, the recipient. And Kieran Fulton was a chaser, actually. Picked him up very nicely, the big fella. And now from just defensive side of centre wing kick, did not travel that far into that breeze. Ball comes out of the contest. Thomson handballs around the contest, and now kick go back towards their half forward line. Coming up, the mark has been taken out though by Boyd. Playing a little bit further up the ground, spins and goes back towards the goal square. Out the back, the ball now starts to run. It goes towards the boundary line. Beardswell's now back down there, so he must have made a quick change at the ball. Ball's gone across the face and through for a minor score. That was Freeman with the first score of the afternoon.
He might have gone to the wrong end.
I heard he went to the wrong end.
Well, maybe someone pointed that to him very quickly because
he started running as the ball's bounced.
So Bowden now kicks in from full back. Goes outside Alzinger. Jackson this one. And on their left boot, drives the ball towards centre wing. Kunchka out in front. Up in front. Was pushed.
Oh, that's a push up.
A push.
Well done,
And
Normie.
now he picks up and goes short. Just won't get to Maybourne. Intercepted there by Maguire over the top. Goes into the hands there of Donoghue. Back into the middle of the ground. Boyd again with the kick. Goes long and direct straight down the middle of the ground. Ball won't want to get out the back. Player Freeman's looming, but he doesn't pick the ball up. Kicked it off the ground. Went after it again. Heads towards the boundary line. It has gone over the boundary line. We will have a throw in the forward pocket. Thomson is attacking end. So at the 2-minute mark of the first quarter, it is Thomson one behind.
He's played deliberate.
Bannockburn. Oh,
Yep.
I wouldn't have called that.
No, I wouldn't have either, mate. I wouldn't have either. The ball back in. Conker running out with it now. Goes down the line, kicking towards Beardswell. Beardswell takes a great mark out in front of his opponent. Plays on straight away, goes down the line. So Bannockburn starting to set up into this wind. Quick kick in the middle towards Maybourne. Gets over his head, coming through Saligan. Does it with ease. Just chips one over the top, finds Troop. Troop turns around, will kick the usual bomb. Mongrel punt off the boot. I got it right this time, Grub.
Yeah, thank God for that.
Ball hits the deck now. Quick handball up here. So Bowden now for Bannockburn. Drives them out wide. Race is on here. Picked up by Connor Jervis. He swings around, chips ball back in the middle. That's a nice kick. So Bannockburn is steady out of defence. Another short kick up to Battaglia. Battaglia gets a handball over to centre half forward there. So running with it, Conker. Conker drives them long. It's a beautiful kick, isn't it? So Fulton takes another mark, goes out to Beardswell. Beardswell tries to spear one in. It's chopped off there. Just outside forward 50 now for Bannockburn. Thomson pick it up and drive it long down the line. And it has stayed in the field of play.
Wow.
Picked up there. I thought it might have gone out by White. White's wrapped up in a tackle. Did he try and fend off? Yes, he did, said the umpire. So, resultant free kick now. Play on quickly. Goes down the line in the Troop direction. He takes another mark. He's got to be better with his kicks now, Troop. He just chips that one up out in front. That's a great kick tonight. Great sport. The back there. Picked up now. Running away is Elzinger. On the left foot. Puts it back where it came from again. And another mark there taken by Fulton. Handballs over the top. The running players. They're away here. Bannockburn. Not a great kick off the boot, but it worked out all right. Battaglia picked it up below his knees. He looks up, spears the pass in. Doesn't quite get to where it needed to go, but handballed over the cross. Over the top. Thomas goes long here. In the deep in attack here for Bannockburn. Picked up now. Quick handball comes back. Finds Kunchka. Kunchka gets around one now. Has a bounce. Has a look at the goals. Sprays it. Pushes it wide. And has put it out of bounds on the full.
That's true. Why would a forward want the ball to go out?
I don't know. I don't know how that's deliberate. I don't get it.
He just tapped and
I
just
put
ran.
me face down. I never even thought that could
He
possibly
kicked
Well,
it
I never
twice.
even considered it.
No.
Me either.
So Lynch for Thomson now to bring the ball. He's been told to play on. Goes long outside 50 in front there. Not quite taking the mark. The ball's come off hands. Is kicked back in. But the mark has been taken by Mowat.
Bit of a query on his fitness too,
Yes,
Mowat.
there is. So he goes long out wide here, and ball sitting there waiting for the ball. Coming through, picks it up was Cam, gets a handball across there to Plant. Plant goes on the left foot out in front of Troop. Troop's got plenty of space here. What's he going to do? Looks up long, goes towards Freeman. Barth with him there. Barth done really well. Freeman kept his feet. The umpire has said that there was a hold. So Tommy Barth in game 150 will take the resultant free kick. See, that wind is playing, going to play in this game a fair bit, I think, at the moment. And chips out wide here, over the back of the pack here, taking out of bounds. The boundary line thrown in front of Phillips there. Between half forward and the 50-metre line for Werribee. Now for Werribee, for Thomson.
I wouldn't have said anything, Spy. I'll just keep going.
No, I just did. I just did because I've eaten pineapple.
I'd straighten myself up, mate.
So the ball thrown in on centre wing, far side of the ground. Ruckman Cam gets the ball, takes it to the front. May have been Mayborn trying to get his hands on it. Ball comes out of that contest, goes back towards the boundary line. Again, sitting just inside the field of play. Umpire says, let's have it back. And there will be a ball up. It'll be just about 20 metres outside the attacking zone for the Thomson side. They tap the ball down, picked up by Plant. He's tackled. And again, no way of getting rid of that ball. Umpiring very quickly. Another ball up takes place once again. Ruckman go at it again, comes out of the contest. Phillips went after it and knocked a player over. Couldn't see who it was, but it goes back into their forward line. Barth picks the ball up, looking for some options. He's going to be going by hand back towards Bowden. He's got a player across the ground.
Right now.
Perkins now he's in trouble. Good spoil though. Well, ball went to ground, picked up out there. Alzinger wants to get on the left foot, does so now. Wants to deliver the ball long around the boundary line, and it's going to land just inside the field of play. And I'm waiting for the umpire to call that one, but he hasn't.
No, Troopy's trying to stooge him.
A bounce inside.
It's on the field of play there, Troopy.
Troopy's trying to stooge him.
Good call by the umpire there.
You nearly got away with it too.
The umpire was right.
He was spot on.
So the umpire now about to restart play. Throw in about to take place. Pretty close to where we sit here at St Albans. Half forward flank out the back. Cam gets the ball.
That's a push.
Push says he, and free kick will go to Kunchka. So Kunchka now with the ball. Got an option running past. It's Perkins. Delivers the ball towards centre wing again. Wind's got a fair bit to do with that ball and goes back over the boundary line. And we will have another throw-in which will take place. This time on centre wing.
Oh, Connor Jervis and Conker.
So umpire just asking him to get to the ground. That's the way to do it, ump. Tell him to get up and keep going. So the ball to be thrown in now by the umpire. Kunchka front position out the back. Cam tries to tap it out. Did so nicely to Donahue on the left boot. Goes back into their half forward line. Coming out. Knight got the ball. Handball goes across to Boyd. It's now there's a bit going on back here too. Not too sure what's going on here. Jackie McLeod's going there with Ryan Bowden. So the ball now into the hands of Luke Bowden. Goes back in towards Henderson. Picked the ball up.
Oh, Jacko, there's no need for that, son.
That's hurt Hendo too.
So he's now got a free kick right on the centre half back line. Jack Henderson. So he's just looking at his options. He's going to go short and across the ground. Bailey Alford's there. He will take possession of the ball. Not gaining much ground, but they have maintained possession. Alford's going to be called to play on by the umpire now, and that's what he does. He goes towards centre wing. Kicks goes out. Mark comes out the back. Goes in the hands there of Thomas.
Straight into
Picked
him.
up and kicks the ball long into their forward line. Ball bounces. Howlett bounces coming through. Battaglia read that nicely. Picked the ball up. Heads towards the half forward line. Looks up at goal. Kicks at goal. Nice kick. Wilson goes back. Takes the mark. Good play. Good use of the ball there by Battaglia. And Fletcher Wilson, an opportunity to kick the first of the game here.
And already an early contenders for the Routley Pies Mark of the Day.
So Wilson now to line up from inside the goal square. Comes in. Kicks that goal, and he has got the first of the afternoon. Bannockburn moves to that solitary goal. Thomson one behind. We have gone just on 9 minutes. Morris Finance, first quarter scoreboard.
Well, look, just a little bit of a mention on discipline, which we have got right in our minds after we saw what happened in the second half yesterday. Jacko's got to be very, very careful that he just doesn't give free kicks away like that. Well, the umpire didn't send him off, but look, the video can look at that stuff. You can't go head high. You run in, hit him low, fair enough. You can't go head high. But that's a very, very handy goal against the wind for Bannockburn. Very handy.
That it is, mate. That it is. It looks like Fulton's gone in the middle there as well.
Well, I don't mind that against it.
No.
He's playing ruck rover.
Yeah, that's all right. That's all right.
So Cam wins that one down quickly, goes to Plant. Plant handballs back into Cam's head. The ball gets out free to Alford. Alford drives Bannockburn forward. In front, leading the ball, Saligen just take it off his own teammate there.
He's a good player.
He's a good player. So Stephen Saligen Drives long Eddie looking for McLeod. Ball out in front of him. Runs out of space and we'll have a boundary line throw in. Half forward. Thompson's attacking zone, but on the far side of the ground, probably the dead side of the ground.
Did you ever see Dean Talbot play?
Yes, I did. Bell Park.
Plays exactly like Saligen. Or Saligen plays just like him.
Yeah.
They
Talbot's
just
a bit tall,
don't have no
isn't he?
respect for their opponent. They just read the ball so well and go and get it.
Yeah, he was very good, Dean, wasn't he? Anyway, the ball to be thrown back in. Kunsker and Cam to do battle. Cam gets to the front and wins that one down. Ball spills free. Plant comes through, throws it on the left boot. Kerslake's found plenty of space here. Just quick chip up the top in front. Knight, that's a fantastic pickup. Gets a handball back onto the right foot. Kerslake, and he has just missed. So Thomson moved to 2 behind. Trailing Bannockburn, who are 1 goal straight. So Bowden now to bring the ball in. That is Ryan. Thomson are building the old zone up here. Not a bad idea against the wing.
You wouldn't need to go too deep, I wouldn't think.
No, they're all inside 50. So Bowden drives it far out looking for Fulton. He can't quite get there. Ball comes off hands. And in front of Hennessy, it goes over the boundary. We'll have a throw in about 60 metres out from the Thomson goal here.
Might not be a bad mover, Roddy, putting Fulton up the ground a little while against the wind. The ball's not going to come in long, and that's going to be run in, but you probably would have to be putting back deep in the forward with the wind in the next quarter.
Would have thought so. So ball thrown in there. Cam wins that one over the back. Quick kick forward by Donahue. In front was Knight, and he's taken the mark. So right spot to be.
He's blown a bit there, Planty.
Yeah. So Jacob Knight. It's been a handy pickup for Thomson this season, Grub.
He has. He's a very, very good player. But I'll tell you what, he won that duel, but young Elzinger's probably bested him a couple of times earlier too, so he's got a damn good opponent.
He has. So Knight comes in, kick Thompson's first. He doesn't, tugs it to the left and has put it through for a minor score. So Thomson moves to 3 behind. Trailing Bannockburn, who won straight, and we've gone 12 minutes. Morris Finance, first quarter.
Kick with the win, kick 3 straight points. Can't afford to do that. You must get a major on the board very, very quickly, I reckon.
So Ryan Bowden kicking it again for Bannockburn, takes the opportunity to run the distance and kicks out long. That's got good distance on it this time. Ball gets outside 50. Cam couldn't take the mark. Tackles Phillips, brings him to ground. Umpire said no prior there, so we will have a ball up which will take place in between half forward and centre wing, far side of the ground.
There's a problem for Lynch too. He may have to put Maguire back if Fulton starts.
Yep, so the ball now comes from that ruck contest. I think that might be Elzinger that's trying to get out of the contest. Phillips emerges with it, goes round the body, kicks back towards centre wing. Fulton's there, makes the contest. Ball comes to ground, looking for some options. Has Kunska there, picks the ball up outside, running player once again. So they move now. The ball goes quickly into their forward line, looking for Liam Elzinger. He's got some space now, can run and carry, runs to 15, kicks at goal, dribbles it across, and right across the face. Should have kept running. Could have kept running.
And but where's Jason Dunstall when you need him? You don't kick it along the ground there. Kick it through the middle, son.
He's the drop punt freak, wasn't he? Jason Dunstall used to like him if you're going to kick him.
But don't dribble it. And I'll tell you what, he showed some pace and some real talent to get away and bugger the end up.
So the ball now thrown back in again. Ball from that contest picked up. Handball comes out from Sheedy. Handball didn't quite hit where he was going to go to. Henderson was there, but it ends up in the hands of Mowat. Kicks round the boundary line with the wind. Will it stay in the field of play? No, it won't. Mark was dropped. Is it out of bounds in the full? No,
touched over the line.
So umpire right on the spot once again.
And Grubby on the television.
Oh, good on you, Grub.
So I saw it clearly right here.
I can see clearly now.
Johnny Nash, New Zealander.
Ball's thrown back in. This time up and go out again. Kelly gets the ball out of the contest. Actually, it was made by Kieran Fulton. It was.
He's holding him.
They've got a ball now. Handball comes out over the top. Umpire's allowed it to keep going. Donahue picks the ball up outside. They move the ball now and they go back towards their centre wing position. Ball gets over the top into the hands there of Knight. He's tackled, but he got a kick away. Goes back towards the boundary line. Hodgson leads in the race for the ball. Picked it up very nice and cleanly. Got a little kick further down the field. Unfortunately, that won't stay in the field of play and it's gone over.
What's he going to do?
Definitely not a deliberate tack, that one. He was being tackled as he tackled as he
Neither
kicked
was
there.
the other one.
Yeah, again, I couldn't see the other one either. So
I thought he was trying to pick the ball up and kicked it accidentally.
be like the Irish players, mate. Just a little chip up off the ground. So ball thrown in by the umpire. Ruckman go at it, picked up. Kicked away again. Nice work, Donahue outside the Cam. Tries to kick it around the body. I think he's done that pretty nicely. He has done that very, very nicely, Jordan Cam. He has his first of the afternoon, and Thomson to 1 goal 3. And Bannockburn, they are one solitary goal. We have ticked over 14, almost 15 minutes gone. Morris Finance first quarter scoreboard.
See, 15 minutes gone, and that's their first goal. And it's an understatement. They really, really needed it. But what they've got to do now is go forward and forward and forward, because Bannockburn have run the ball against the wind very, very well. And you have to have a fair bit of pace to be able to keep running and running it. Has Thomson got that pace to run it against it? I'm not sure. We'll find out. But what they have to do, obviously it's pretty basic. Kick some goals with the wind, or you could be in trouble.
You could be.
And we're lucky too. Any injuries? Great Lizzie's here to handle them. And swear at people too.
Yeah, she is. All right, ball back in the middle now. So Fulton's gone into the ruck now against Cam. Cam wins that one down straight to Plant. Plant gets a handball out only as far as Maybourne. Maybourne drives it forward now. Player on his own here is Diffie. He's overrun the ball now to come to help. And the umpire's paid a free kick for a hold here. So Battaglia will take the free kick. Just on 50. You're thinking into this wind, well and truly outside his distance.
Well and truly outside his
Yeah,
distance.
but it might have
I
been
think even with the wind, he might be outside his
I
distance.
reckon Billy at his best was best.
it might have been a silly free kick, because I don't think he was going to get anywhere near the footy anyway.
So he's about 60 out, so that's well and truly outside his distance.
3 kicks.
Yeah. So he goes in the middle now, finds Conker. Conker now looking at his options further up. Thomson have flooded back, so very limited. Might be forced to go long. Can probably come outside to Luke Bowden if he wants to, but he decides to drive it forward into the pocket. Players a fly at the back. Ball hits the deck. At the back there, running through is Alford, was it? Got a handball across to...
Tell you what.
Is that Fletcher Wilson again? No, Kunchka is in the pocket. He's kicked a fantastic goal there. Well, Joshy Kunchka, he has his first. The second for Bannockburn. They move to 2 straight, leading Thomson 1-3-9, and we've gone at 16.5. Morris Finance, first quarter.
And 16.5 minutes in, we've also had another contender, or a contender, for the athlete's foot goal of the day. We've had a contender for mark and goal, all within the first 20 minutes of the game. And I tell you, but in the context of the game, Thomson didn't want that one. They just finally got on the board with a goal, and Bannockburn have answered straight away. And that's the way to play footy, to answer goals like that.
Oof. And a fair goal too.
So back in the middle we go once again. Kunchka doing the ruck work, taps the ball down to himself, goes back and collects it and puts boot to ball, goes into their half-forward line. Wilson leads in the race for the ball. Also there is Kelly. Tried to keep the ball alive. He's done so. Picked up Battaglia, did that nicely, got the handball out. Went back and got it again. Little chip from Henderson forward. Maybaum in space, and he has taken a mark. And I would think about 40 metres out. And again, distance with this breeze could be testing.
I couldn't quite see how close the player running that way was to the footy, but we're always taught, let the bloke running for the footy go. I think Damien Kelly got in his way. I thought he was going to pick it up and just keep going.
So Maybaum with an opportunity now to kick from about 45. He's going to give himself a bit of motivation. He ran wide, and that's about where the ball went to too. And it's great.
Motivation.
Oh, well, he's got to get some motivation from somewhere, because that wasn't motivating anybody.
Momentum, perhaps?
Yeah, could have been the other word I was
Might
looking for.
have been momentum.
But motivation. He's looking for motivation to fill up the side. The ball from the kick out comes out, goes towards Knight, gets inside one, can run now and carry the ball. Takes his first, looks up, goes long with his option. Out the back is Maguire. Oh, that's almost deliberate.
Turn
I'm just waiting for Mitch to give me a phone call. Ball over the boundary line will be thrown in.
It's about time you went back to the toilet, I think.
I don't know what's deliberate, mate. He's deliberately trying to kick a goal.
Well, he's held it up in a nice spot for him anyway, so it gives him a chance.
You know the silly thing about it was, he actually kicked it too well to give his forwards no chance.
So the ball now thrown in by the umpire. Goes Bowden doing the ruck work. He goes back and taps it. I'm not too sure where he went that way, because straight to Freeman. He was tackled. No prior opportunity there, and a good call by the umpire. 25 out from the Thomson goal. We see Bannockburn at 2 goals straight. Thomson 1-3.
So, Dale said 25 out. Oh, someone's lost a boot. I'll be throwing that in the crowd. Anyway, ball in the air now. Troop just grabs it out of the rucks, dispossessed straight away. Ball on the deck, diving on top, knocked out there. So, picked up there. Well done there was by White. White throws on the boot, goes out towards Kunchka. Kunchka couldn't quite control, but it ends up tapping the ball back. So Phillips runs through now. Alford runs through, throws on the right boot, has been put down after the play.
Yep.
And is struggling to get back up there. So
Don't start that, boys.
Phillips has the ball now, and he decides to go wide. Not a great kick off the boot, but might work out okay. But it's the ball sat on its end there. That's really well done by Thomas. He's Been very, very good so far. Feeds it out to Jervis. Jervis goes long down the line, looking for Kelly. Kelly makes a contest. Kunchka, like a rover, picks it up on the right boot to Battaglia. Great kick. Battaglia plays on, puts it further out wide. It's a nice looking kick towards Ratchie. He puts the hands up and takes the grab.
Geez, they caught him on the hop, didn't they?
They did. That's coast to coast against the wind, mate. That pick up by Kunchka below his knees there, mate. You wouldn't think he was 6'4", 6'5".
No, and it wasn't all a run. There was a couple of really nice kicks in that set it up too. They didn't just run it; they kicked a position very, very well.
So Bailey Ratchie has a chance to put the third on the board for Bannockburn. About 20 metres out, 25 metres out. We'll watch at the boot, and he has pushed it to the right. That's through for a minor score. So Bannockburn moved to 2-1, leading Thomson, who are 1-3. We've gone 20.5. Morris Finance, first quarter.
Getting warm, grabbing the box by the look of it, things.
Oh, put your clothes back on, please.
Should have wore the singlet.
Please, thank God you didn't.
Sheila's coming from everywhere.
Jules, maybe.
So from the fullback position, Sam Jacket decides he's going to go long and straight down the middle of the ground. Cam in possession, takes the mark and will driven the ball out wide. Hodgson's made some good space out by himself. Just needs to take the mark. Couldn't do that. A ball now in contention there, and he wins it back nicely. Goes over the top towards big Darcy Troop, and he goes long. A Darcy Troop, and I think he's got it in. I think he's stuck it in. He has
too.
Darcy Troop gets his first of the afternoon and the second for Thomson. They move to 2-3. They lead Bannockburn 2 goals, 21 gone. But Morris Finance first scored a scoreboard.
As soon as he grabbed it, I thought, kick for goal, because you know he can kick the ball a long way, not always straight, but he's a long, long way out, and it's just a magnificent kick for goal. And, well, it's the one that Thomson needed, because I just think Bannockburn it started to look a little bit dangerous, the way they were running and kicking the ball. And I tell you what, though, if it wasn't for the brilliant play of Mitch Hodgson, they'd have never got it out to Troopy.
So, ball back in the middle now. Fulton doing the ruck work against Cam. Cam wins that one down. Oh, unfortunate bounce, but Knight does really well. Hacks it out of mid-air in front here. Boyd can't quite take the mark. Probably could have put the hands out. Bowden comes through. He's 3-on-1 here, so he turns it over now. Freeman has it, ducks back into trouble, lets it go. The umpire says you did this, that. Yeah, Trevor kicked the proper drop punt then. Why can't you do that when he's kicking to the forward line all the time?
Yeah.
Anyway, Marnie takes the ball, goes out wide here. It's a nice looking kick too. It hits Fulton on the chest. Fulton plays on handballs to Beardsall. Beardsall now looking up at options further down the ground. Finds Battaglia. Battaglia turns around, chips the ball out in front of Wilson. Goes over the back of his head. Umpire's paid a push. Fletcher Wilson will have a chance to kick his second and the third for Bannockburn and Grubb. If he does, there's that quick answer again.
Well, and that proves that they're on their mettle. And just let me tell you, this is fourth versus fifth. At this point in time, it's a much, much better game than second versus third yesterday.
Can't argue with that one, mate. So Fletcher Wilson be kicking from about 20 metres, probably on a 45, 50-degree angle.
You asked for him to do something, Grubb. Today might be the day.
Yeah, well, I hope it is, because you love to see young blokes who are in the gun a bit answer the critics.
So here comes Wilson now. Ball leaves his boot. Goal umpire does not move, straight over the head. So Wilson has his second now, has the third for Bannockburn. They move to 3-1. They're leading Thomson, who are 2-3. We've gone 23.5. Morris Finance, first quarter.
You can tell the kid can play football just by the way he goes back. He didn't stab at it from 20. He kicked through it. He went bang. Was the free kick there? Well, it's a little bit far away from me. There was a little bit of a push, and they actually paid a few of them yesterday, little pushes and holds for a while, and then they let them go a little bit. So, you know, but as you say, there's the answer. And if they can keep doing that all day against the wind, I hope Thomson can do that when they're against the wind.
So ball back in the middle of the ground once again. Ball bounces. Cam looked like he was going to win it, but a bad bounce for him. Wins up in the hands of Fulton. Goes out wide. Battaglia again leads in the race for the ball. Phillips is also there. Ball comes out of that contest. Kerslake picks the ball up, kicks around the body, and that was nice because it works to Hennessy, I reckon it was, who kicked the ball further afield, goes towards their half-forward line. Freeman tried to take the mark. Bath was close by, and the ball runs back over the boundary line. We'll have a throw-in which will take place. That was a conquer, actually, I think, this time. The ball is just attacking side of centre wing. Thomson's attacking end. So Cam doing the ruck work. Fulton's also up there with him. Ball comes out of that contest. That was a clean pickup. That may have been Thomas trying to work his way through, but was tackled pretty much straight away, and it will come back to the umpire. Again, quick throw up by that umpire. Ball comes out. Comes from Plant. Handball goes outside. They go up into their half-forward line. White went at the ball, tried to attack it, didn't quite catch it. Ends up in the hands of Troop once again. He loads up. That's more like a Darcy Troop kick. Lands in the goal square. Boyd's there. Did nicely. Kept the ball in play for the Thomson side. There's not many numbers back there for Thomson, but Bannockburn through Conker. Picked the ball up. Go back to Henderson in the goal square. Delivers the ball out wide. Kick will have to be good. Big job there because Troop is in front, set himself, and has taken the mark. So Troop, he's
Back
in
yourself.
range here. He's
Back
in
yourself.
range.
And I think redeem yourself because I think that kick that he did a minute ago, I reckon there was a Thomson bloke running past him that he could have given the handball off to, and he decided to kick. So make amends, kick your second, son.
Back into a little bit of breeze, but the top of the goal square, right-hand post, let the ball do the work. Darcy Troop coming in. As we said, distance we don't think will be a problem. Runs out, gives himself a little bit more. Then he kicks to the top of the square. Mark is not taken, or will be taken by Luke Bowden, and he will settle things down for Bannockburn. Goes short to Maybaum in the back pocket. Maybaum now further along the boundary line. Kick was a little bit too much depth on it there. Over the boundary line, Beardsall couldn't keep it in the field of play, and Hennessy will be the recipient of the free kick. So Thomson, another opportunity here to deliver the ball back inside 50. He goes short, looking towards Boyd again. Conker read that nicely, comes across and takes the mark. Again, here's a little bit of value today, Grub, than we've seen in recent games.
Already, yeah. Him and Wilson already. Maybaum has been in the thick of things. How do you kick a ball out to fall against the wind? He must have kicked it hard.
So goes wide now, and coming up to take the mark uncontested was Seligen. So it's going to come back once again. They're going to have another opportunity. Ball back inside, goes out towards Knight. Perkins from behind, good spoil. If he marks it, he could have nearly been part of the mark there. Goes into Knight's hand, put the ball up. It's between his leg. He's got support there. Maybaum. Handball goes back over the top. They get out the other side now. Little kick forward was no good. Straight into the hands of Hodgson. Hodgson's now going to deliver the ball back inside 50. Goes looking for and will find Boyd. Good use of the ball once again, Mitch Hodgson. And Boyd now with an opportunity. Boyd now with an opportunity to go back and kick for goal.
Good view from here, Dale.
Hey?
Good view from here.
Yeah. We'll get a good look at it. So Lucas Boyd, an opportunity to regain the lead for the Thomson side. Comes in, kicks that goal. He's done that very, very nicely because that has not looked like missing. And he has his first. Thomson have their third. They move to 3-3. Bannockburn are 3-1. We have gone 27 in the Morris Finance first quarter scoreboard.
Well, in case you haven't worked out, obviously this is the side to kick goals from. Two magnificent kicks straight through the middle from a fair way out. When Troopy, a really good kick, couldn't get the distance from the other side closer in. So, obviously, you probably should know these things before you start, but that just reiterates the fact that if you come out of the centre, get it to this side, lead to this side. No good leading the other side, lead to this side. Because you can't kick to this side if the boys don't lead there.
Ball back in the middle now. It's Cam versus Kunchka. Kunchka wins that one down, but only as far as Donahue. Donahue kicks a big barrel down the line. Hasn't worked out in the end. Picked up there by Bowden, throws it round to Bath. Bath
down the ground.
Bounce, but it's going to be a down the ground free kick.
Nathan.
So
Daniel Freeman just a little bit late.
a little bit late on it.
But again, you just got to curb that a little bit. We saw it yesterday.
Bath with the free kick goes back. She's made Perkins work for that one. Perkins goes across and it's going to be dropped off by Boyd. Not a great kick, looking for Jervies. So Boyd. We'll see how it goes, Grub, because he kicked that last one magnificently. So
Well,
this is the other pocket.
Yeah, I think he's a bit closer in this time.
Yeah, he is. Yep.
He shouldn't have any troubles with this.
So Lucas Boyd coming in, have a shot at his second and the fourth for Thomson. Comes in now. Just stabs at the ball and has dragged it way out of bounds here, so it's out on the full.
For a bloke that kicked the ball so beautifully 3 minutes ago, that was a shocker.
We've seen that the other week against Bannockburn. That was
Yeah.
two. There's two balls out there.
Yeah.
So Connor Jervis with the ball, deep in defence. Plays on now. Kicks long down the line. High up and under here. Players set themselves fine at the back. White got hands to it, but couldn't quite drag the mark down. Wrapped up in a tackle now, not going anywhere. And we will have a ball up.
I'll tell you what, Connor Jervis, late in the quarter, you've done a great job to keep Thomson out of it. Don't lead for a kid like that coming out. Let him do the defensive thing and come around this side for a while, because it almost cost him a goal.
So ball up in the air, tapped down by Fulton, goes back to Henderson. He does really well, gets around 1 and 2. Handballs back to Fulton, who goes over the top to Alford. Alford feeds a handball out wide, picked up now, ends up back in the hands of Alford. He's brought to ground, ball spills free. Picked up again by Fulton, goes to Henderson. Henderson goes across, puts his team under all sorts of pressure, and that will be holding the ball. That's a great tackle. Great tackle, so.
That's what you
Hodgson
shouldn't be
plays
doing.
on, goes straight down the line here. In front, at the back was McLeod, dropped what he probably should have taken. Picked up, driven out of defence now by Bannockburn, heading towards the boundary line. Picked up now by Hannessy. Hannessy centres the ball really well here. Great kick in the middle there, punched away from Freeman. Coming back in the other way, no, overrun there. Phillips went through, come up without the ball. Now it's Stacks in the middle, the ball up right on the 50-metre line here. Thomson into attack. We've ticked over 30 and a half minutes here, Morris Finance, first quarter. Thomson leading by 2
Don't do
points.
when there's a free kick. Don't stand there and push and shoving it, because someone will take off like he did.
Yep, so Cam wins that tap down quite convincingly. Comes over to Jervis. Jervis kicks brilliantly, smothered off the boot by Maguire. Ends up in the hands of Knight. Knight goes one way, then the other. Looking for options. Feeds a handball back in towards Cam, but cruel bounce. Beat into it. Goes to Perkins. Perkins goes over the top. He had a couple of numbers there. Alfred picked it up. Handballs to Phillips. Phillips wrapped up. Going to tackle straight away. And we'll have another ball up. Probably 45 out now from the Thomson goal. Pressure has been immense.
Yeah, it has. Thomson have increased it in the last 10 minutes.
Ball in the air now. Fulton wins that one down early as far as Plant. Plant feeds a handball out. But there we are. Have the siren. So it's quarter time. We have Thomson 3-3-21 leading Bannockburn 3-1-19. Got goal kickers for us, Dale.
Yeah, goal kickers at this stage of the game. 1 to Boyd, Troop and Cam. And for Bannockburn, Fletcher Wilson with 2, Kunchka with 1. Take a short break, come back. Second quarter, we'll see some of the grub go through his first quarter comments, and hopefully the game will continue on the level it is. We'll listen to 94.7 The Pulse, your home of local football.
Albans Reserve. I think summed up well, Dale. It was a better quarter than what we've probably seen the whole game yesterday. Grub, give us your thoughts, mate. Thomson with a 2-point lead at quarter time.
Well, that's exactly what I was going to say. It was a very, very good brand of footy. And the difference was, yes, there was some pressure football and some scrambling play like we saw yesterday, but once it opened out, both sides looked pretty good going forward. Bannockburn were exceptional against this wind, and if the wind is going to be a factor, then Thomson are going to have to do exactly the same as what Bannockburn did and run it, kick it to position, and get it up to their forward line and not just kick it anywhere. I think Bannockburn, as we said during the call, Thomson got a goal. They were answered. It happened again, and they answered. And I think with this wind, Bannockburn going in 2 points down are probably in front. Maybe not on the scoreboard, but in everybody's heads, I think they might be just in front. And if it wasn't for Thomson's last probably 10, 11 minutes, they could have been further in front. But Thomson obviously realised the situation they were in, and they lifted. And their forwards lifted. Their midfields lifted, and they were able to get a couple of goals and go in with a lead, which I thought they might not go in with halfway through that quarter. But look, there's been some good marks, good goals, good, hard, tough clashes. And this is what a finals game is all about. This is what you come to the footy to see. Two good sides going at each other, playing good football. Hard to pick some good players, but there were some blokes that did stand out a bit. I thought for Thomson, I thought Jacob Knight did a little bit, but he looks so dangerous. I think what Perkins has got to do, Perkins has played a really good game on him down in the forward line. He's got to keep an idea of where Knight goes, because Knight can be destructive, as we saw. I know he kicked it about 400 metres, but he can be destructive left on his own up the ground. So I think he's got to follow him up the ground and curb Knight up the ground as well as in the forward line. Travis Maguire was all right. Lucas Boyd looked dangerous. He kicked one. He could have kicked a couple. Hannessy got a few kicks out there to drive the ball forward. Again, Troop, a nice goal. Reasonable quarter. They need a bit more out of him to win this game. I thought Hodgson did some nice things, and Saladin, he's just... I shouldn't even bother mentioning Saladin, because he just does what he does every week. Just gets the ball, kicks it, and as Dale says, don't worry about the bloke you're on, he reads it. And to do that, and to do it properly, you have to be a good player. And he's exactly that. Bannockburn will have a lot of blokes running around getting the kicks and then dropping out. Wilson looked dangerous, and he looks like we're going to see a lot better from him today. Battaglia was pretty good going forward. I'm going to put Perkins in there for his job on Knight, even though Knight looked dangerous. That might be the crucial battle that decides the game in the finish. I thought Conker did some nice things. Kunchka in the ruck. Thomas I liked. I tell you who I like. The little kid with the helmet, Phillips. He's a terrier. He just puts himself in. He's only a little fella, but he puts himself in. And I thought Maybaum started to show it too. So we can get a second quarter like, and then a third and a fourth. We're going to have a great day.
Clouds are rolling in over the back here too, lads. So that storm might actually get us. So anyway, crowd is dispersing here from St Albans Reserve. Players making their way to their spots. Well, Thomson boys are anyway. The Bannockburn's doing the huddle here. So they're just breaking up now. So hopefully Beards will go to the right end this time, Dale.
Oh, I think he's played here enough, mate. You'd reckon he'd have an idea which end of the ground he's got to go to.
Yeah, well, you'd think so, wouldn't you? So we've won the toss. I'm opening the batting and I'm a bowler. Apparently that's what he's done. St Albans. So anyway, the players in the crowd getting off. Might be long for plays restarted. You're right about young Phillips, though, Grub. It's a family trait, though, isn't it, Dale?
Yeah, they only play one way, mate.
His old man wasn't overly tall, but wasn't afraid of anything either, was he?
No, straight line stuff from Jigger.
Absolutely, it was.
Yeah, they've got it wrong. Yeah, they've done it wrong. But they said they've got 11 and they can't find him on their sheet.
Oh,
Okay.
Who's that? Who are you thinking of, Grub?
Well, Bannockburn have got a number 11 out there.
That's is that Elzinger? I don't know, it's Liam Elzinger 11, isn't it?
Could be.
I think that's who it is. He was supposed to be 21, I think, wasn't he?
He's got 6 in the team sheet.
Jackson. Yeah, he's got 6.
That's Liam. It's
Liam,
Jackson.
Jackson's 21.
Liam's definitely got 6 on.
He has 2. Well, we'll find out who 11 is anyway. Dale, away you go.
Righto, ball back with the umpire. Second quarter just about to stay. Kunchka's going to the ruck, and Fulton has gone to the forward line. Ball comes out of that ruck contest. Goes towards Taylor, I think it is, and Thomas, sorry. And he is tackled and held up, and umpire will call for it back. So umpire to restart it from that position. Ruckman goes to go at it again. Again, Cam gets the ball down. Plant handballs over the top. Donahue, left boot, goes into their half-forward line. Conker couldn't trap the ball. Kicked off the ground there by Sheedy. Ball rebounds back, goes back towards Donahue again. He couldn't pick the ball up. Went to Kerslake. He's tackled, held up. Umpire will come in, and again, a ball up will take place.
Sheedy's hurt.
Yeah, I think when someone kicked off the ground, I don't know whether he kicked it into him or... A little bit proppy there, but he gets to his feet. Yep. So the ball gets up now. Kunska on hands and knees, flips it out the back, goes to Thomas. Umpire said he threw it, and the free kick will go to Jordan Cam. So Cam, from just about the point of the centre square, decides to go low and flat into their goals, and Knight comes up, had the first go at it, couldn't take the mark. Elzinger is right with him. Handball goes out the back into the hands of Thomas once again, gets boot the ball, delivers the ball down the ground, out the back of the ball runs, and Freeman now leads in the race for the ball, goes back after it, got the handball back, went back to Seligen in some time and some space, has a player out wide, went that direction, the ball's not going to get to him. Elzinger in front, and he takes a good mark. So Liam Elzinger this one, and he is going to drive Bannockburn into their forward line. Looks to go quickly. Ball goes into the forward line, gets out the back again. Seligen read that nicely once again. Kicks the ball wide, goes back towards the boundary line. Kerslake will lead in the race for the ball. Beardsall comes up at him. Ball hits towards the boundary line and goes over. We will have a throw-in which will take place. Did I just sort of spot a rain then or not?
That wind's gusting around, mate. It's the dust, I think.
Oh, I don't know. It felt wet to me, but anyway.
Grubby might have
dribbled.
Well, there's not a cloud in the sky, and I reckon I felt it too, but there's not a cloud in the sky.
There's not a
the ball
sky in the cloud.
Thrown back in by the umpire once again, and that's Cam getting the ball out the back. Didn't get to him. Runs a little bit further. Picked up Italia. Has been clean. Handballs over to Kunska. Needs to get rid of it. No prior opportunity there. Umpire in quickly, and we will have a ball up. Good tackle there. I reckon that may have been McNamara that laid that tackle.
Might be a sprinkler. Mitch might have turned the sprinklers on.
So ball from that contest goes back towards the boundary line.
High.
Picked up. Handball comes out.
No, the other umpire's got it.
Yeah, he's seen it. That's all right. It was high.
Oh, no doubt in the world.
So Zach Plant will be the recipient. He's got a player outside in Sammy Jacket, but he's not going to use him. He decides to kick the ball himself. And back towards the centre wing. McLeod in front. White from behind. Knocks the ball down. Conker picks the ball up. Handballs over the top. Jervy's now in some clear space. Takes a bounce. Runs. Carries. Kicks the ball long into the forward line. Bounces in front of Wilson. Now it's up to Elzinger. He can't pick the ball up either. Tries to feed the ball through.
High. He's got him
umpire
high.
has seen it exactly that way. A little bit hard when you're going to ground. Not much more he could do there, Nick Lynch. But
Smithy, we saw that 3 times yesterday.
Yep.
As they fell to the ground or going down, they got the high one. Look,
it slides up.
Yeah, they didn't actually duck the head or drop the knees. They were just going down. I agree with the umpire. It's still a free kick, but bloody hell, it's tough for the tackler not to go high on that. It was complete accidental and not much he could do.
So Liam Elzinger from about 25 metres out directly in front of goal. A chance for an early one in the second quarter. His kick is just off line through for a minor score.
My eyes are gone. I thought it was a goal.
So
it was
did I.
going straight through.
So did I. Anyway.
It's going to go back. Selijan's no. It's going to go back to Sammy Jacker, I think. Yes, Sammy Jacker will take the kick in from the full-back position. So now Sammy Jacker decides to take a little bit of time and some space and kicks the ball long outside 50. That's a great kick into position.
Kick.
Ball from behind. It's a
great
Thomson
hands.
mark. And that Maguire?
No. That's Lynch.
Lynch, is it?
Yep.
So Lynch has got the ball now on the half-back line.
Chips it over the top here. So just a bit of possession footy now.
You might like Routley Pies, Lynch too, because that was a ripper.
It was a cracker, wasn't it? So Donahue goes long down the line, looking in the troop direction, but in front has taken it. Well, that was Maguire that time. Hands it off to McLeod. McLeod spears a pass in towards Boyd. Doesn't quite get there. Ball hits the deck. Kicked out of defence by Bannockburn. Picked up by Kunska. On the right foot. Goes in the middle, but it's chopped off here by Donahue again. So Charlie Donahue here for Thomson has time. Goes long down the line the troop direction. Troop flies. Ball gets brought to the ground by Bath and heads towards the boundary line. That's where it goes. With a boundary line throw in.
Thought Troopy just might have been a little bit retarded in the air that time and stopped him from going to the contest.
Could have been.
But she's on a long way away.
We are. So Kunska and Cam to do work. The throw in. Kunska just double hands that one down. So inside, outside goes Thomas down the line again, but it's gone a bit too wide and has gone out of bounds in front of Seligen there. About 70 metres round from the Bannockburn goal.
Hey, what they know about the sponsors, Josh McDonald was devastated after the loss and that. And he just looked at him with a wry grin and said, I tried for the pie factory, the Ratley's pie factory. And he did once, remember?
He did. Nearly took it too. So the ball's thrown into far side of the ground here. Kunchka comes across the front, wins a tap down. But chopped off by Kerslake, who feeds the ball forward again. Now coming through, that's a great little pick up there. Can't break free. Ball spills out now, picked up by Jervis. He's wrapped up. Ball's knocked out again. So coming through now, handball's back to Conker. Now they're out here looking towards Beardsall. But the ball goes a lot further forward. Falls over top to Elsinger. Elsinger now looks at goal, has a flying shot, and has put it through for his second behind for the quarter.
As Thomson did.
The
third
for the deja vu. So 3 goals, 3 apiece here, and we have gone 6 minutes. Buckley's Entertainment. Buckley's Entertainment, second quarter.
Cannot say that.
Fait accompli.
Don't try it again, Grubber, you moron.
So Saligen with the ball now. Got the kicking injuries, plays on Elsinger, comes at him, so Saligen just drives it long outside looking for McLeod, gets a hand to it, but the ball has gone over the line to be a free kick.
Got these hands to a few, Jacko McLeod, but he just can't grip them at the minute.
Just went out of bounds in the full, so Jervis at Bannockburn, that wind is really gusting now, isn't it? That's
ripping.
Horrible kick in the end. Kelly overruns it as well, picked up there, wrapped up in the tackle, going nowhere, as the umpire say, held to him. So, yeah, that wind is causing all sorts of havoc. Mayborn was trying to burst through the pack. So, ball in the air now. Tapped down by Cam. Players overrunning, picked up in the end there and going nowhere. So, we'll have another ball up. We've gone 7 minutes. Buckley's Entertainment, second quarter here. 3-3 apiece. Bit scrappier this quarter than the first one.
So umpire about to restart it. Ball in the half-forward line. Thrown up very quickly. Kelly doing the ruck work. Ball comes out this time. Not too sure he had the ball, but ends up in the hands of Jack. It goes outside 50, and White comes across and takes the mark. So Peter White, with Pat White, sorry, he's now going to look to transfer play across this side of the ground. Well, that's the attacking side. That's where we've gone to. Troops in the best position. Ball comes out the back, coming through. Kelly can't take the mark, or can't get. It was actually Sheedy tried to force his way through the contest. Player is being tackled. His brother it was too, Sheedy.
Yeah, he dropped the ball, Sheedy, like a hotcake, but no Bannockburn player had a hand on him. Get a hand on him, and that's a free.
So the ruckman are going to go once again. Kelly doing the ruck work, and again the ball is tapped out. Cam interfered with, and it's going to be a free kick to Jordan Cam. So he's got some options across the ground if he wants to use them, but not at this stage. So Darcy Troop might be the option.
Get it away from this side.
Well, I don't think I'd be coming this side either, Grub. That's the right thing to do. Go wide and kicked it long. So that's what he's done. Outside, out there is Fulton. Good hands, big fella, takes the mark. So he's going to go and spring quickly back into the attack and goes that way. Wilson up before acceptance. His ball gets out the back, and Mark is taken quite easily there by Mitch Seedy. And he will settle things down for the Thomson side. He's going to go back to where the ball came from. Again, kick, push. Mark not taken. Mark was taken. And Marnie it is. It's taken the mark. Handball goes off quickly to Bowden. Bowden delivers the ball inside to Wilson. And again, didn't even try for that one. Out the back, Cam taking the mark once again. So they set up pretty nicely behind the ball. Thomson at the present time. Short kick goes in towards Donoghue. So Donoghue now looks to transfer play towards centre wing. Kick with a bit more distance, but out there, I think that might be Fulton once again. He's got players across the ground. He could have come that way, but decides to go and flatten. The ball goes long into the forward line. Ball this time hits the ground, picked up out the side to Freeman. Freeman gives to Maguire. Maguire's got some time, goes to Sheedy. Sheedy delivers the ball out. This could be a dangerous kick. Mark not taken out there. Jack is there. Also Jervy's got the handball out towards Henderson. Picks the ball up and puts boot to ball. Went wide and will field just inside the field of play, and Phillips has taken the mark. So Phillips has now got the ball and goes inside, and Maybaum has taken the mark, and he can go back and shoot for goal.
He called that quickly, Grub, the umpire.
Yeah, he bumped him, right, but it was as he kicked it. It wasn't after, but I think it was a bit ordinary flattening him again when he was on the ground. If the umpire had seen that, he'd have paid it, but it was beyond play. Not like Sammy Jacker either.
No.
It's a difficult kick here now because I don't know which way that breeze is actually blowing. I don't know where to aim for now. It's got me beat. So Maybaum kicks that goal.
Straight for the middle.
Straight for the middle. That's where. Right there. That'll do. So Rob Maybaum has his first of the afternoon and the fourth now for Bannockburn. They move to 4-3. They lead Thomson on 3-3. We've gone 9 minutes 40, and Buckley's Entertainment Centre second quarter scoreboard.
Well, it is a bit more scrappy because obviously Thomson, who obviously haven't got the win, They've got blokes like Freeman and that. They're all, I think they're spares down the back there, aren't they?
No, Freeman's playing on the back line. He started on Elsinger, I reckon, in this quarter.
Yeah, what's what I mean? This quarter, last quarter he was up forward.
Yeah.
But this quarter he's down there. There's a few down there, and I reckon as the ball goes, they all run in there. And of course, if you get 20 players in the same spot, it's going to be, and that's what Thomson needed to be. But what you got to worry is you can't kick many goals against it if that happens.
Back in the middle, Cam is it. McDonald's kicks it out of mid-air. Handball back goes to Kunchka, ball bouncing around the middle, but he's left it behind Maguire, done well, picked it back up, goes out. So Kerslake kicks small. It wasn't really smothered, it just wasn't really a kick. Donahue tried to come through again. One-on-one here, Lynch done really well on Battaglia there. Takes another strong mark in defence. So Nick Lynch now driving wide. It's a nice kick again too, finds Plant. Plant on that left foot, spears a pass in. What a great kick to Boyd. Puts the hands out, marks it in front. Goes on quickly again to Knight, and Knight takes a fantastic grab.
That's a great kick, that is. And I'll tell you why. They've done it a few times. And is it Perkins who was coming up behind him?
Yep. Elsinger.
And he's been able to get there and do an incredible job. This time he had no chance. That was a miraculous kick.
And good set of hands by both Boyd and Knight there. So Jacob Knight, it's not Jackson Elsinger wearing 11, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I said earlier. Elsinger's wearing it. You said he's wearing 6.
No,
Liam.
Liam, okay. Yeah, okay. All right. So Knight comes in, runs across, kicks across the body, but I believe he's put this one through the middle. That's a great kick into the wind. So, scores back level again, 4-3 apiece. Jacob Knight has his first. We have gone 11.5. Buckley's Entertainment, second quarter.
It's a bit like a replica, isn't it? Yeah. Unbelievable. And I tell you, I'm going to create a new award, the Kempy Engineering Kick of the Day.
Kick of the day.
Because that was, in these conditions, at this level of 40, I see AFL blokes stuff up kicks like that in better conditions. That was a terrific kick, and that's got the goal. I mean, it's a great kick by Knight as well, but gee, it gave the defence no chance, and that's where you want it. You're playing forward, you get them every day, you'll be pretty happy.
So back in the middle now, Kunchka and Cam. Neither really wins, but Cam has a second go at it, taps it down. Kunchka was almost in the race, but it comes out the back again. Cam followed up his own work, goes out to Kerslake. Kerslake comes back to Donahue. Donahue throws in the right boot, goes the inside out, Torp, and over the back, Knight again. So Knight really worked his way into the game now. Chips it out there, looking for McLeod. What a fantastic set of hands that was. There's a couple of great kicks, Grub, going forward, mate.
Magnificent kicks, and as I said before, Jacko's been getting his hands to a few and hasn't been able to quite hold. Well, I tell you what, he had a grip on that like the Scotsman with a £5 note. He was not letting that go.
So Jacko McLeod handballs the ball off to Cam. Cam runs in now, drives it long, doesn't quite get the distance. Troop in front, flies. Can't get it on the second attempt. Kerslake done really well at ground level. Handballs back to Cam. Cam goes one way or the other. Back to Kerslake. Kerslake on the boot now. Has he got the distance? No, he hasn't. The ball's been punched through for a minor score. So Thomson moved to 4-4-28, leading Bannockburn, who are 4-3-27. And we've gone 13 minutes. Buckley's Entertainment, second quarter.
Why would Jacko McLeod handball that? I'll tell you why. He only ever handballs when he's got a sore foot, and he's got a sore foot. Don't you worry about that.
So ball comes out to the back pocket, long out to the odds. Kieran Fulton, ball gets out the back now. Phillips leads in the race for the ball, tries to keep it in.
Well done.
I think he was pushed over the boundary there, and the umpire says let's have a ball or throw in at that position.
I don't like the way this weather's going, to be quite honest with you.
We got the lightning rule that applies here.
Yes, I'm on
Have
with it.
Have we?
Oh, yeah.
Yep. So
Albie McNamara's just given us his opinion.
the ball's been thrown back in now by the umpire. Comes to the front of the contest. Bailey Alford trying to tap it through. Boyd's got it. He's picked up and tackled. And there's not an opportunity for the ball to come out there. So umpire will call for it back. Still just attacking side of centre wing for the Thomson side. Ball thrown up and again from ground level picked up. Jervy's been down to the hands of Alford. Little boot round his body. Goes towards centre wing. Kunchka comes up at it. Couldn't pick it up cleanly. Picked up there nicely by Plant. He got the handball outside though. Goes back towards Henderson. He got a little dribble along the ground. Phillips went back after it. Picked up by Maguire once again. Kicks back into their forward line. Spoiled from Perkins from behind once again. And the ball has gone back over the boundary line. So it was a very entertaining first quarter. It's a little bit more scrappy now with the conditions changing here.
And Thomson are trying to make it like that a little bit.
Pretty
Let
much.
me ask you this. What happens if we get lightning now?
I don't
draw.
know.
Thomson go through.
Oh, well, it would be the higher side. But I don't know how it works. Is it 20 minutes and then game called off. Or anyway, it doesn't matter because the ball's back at centre half forward, picked up out there, Boyd. But, he did that very, very nicely, and then saw Troop further down the field. That was great play by the big fella Boyd, and Darcy Troop can go back and shoot for goal.
I thought he missed him then.
Yeah,
Over his
he
head.
did a blind turn round himself and come out of the contest. So that was very good work.
Well, I'm just not sure what Darcy Troop's standing right in the forward line there by himself. I don't know why that can happen. You got to keep your wits about you all the time. It doesn't matter how tall you are. You see a bloke like Troop drop back into the forward, go with him. At least some opposition.
So Troop now from about 20 metres out, I would say 45-degree angle. That looks okay off the boot. Umpire says...
I agree.
Yes, it is. So he gets his second of the afternoon and the fifth for the Thomson side. They're 5-4. They lead Bannockburn on 4-3. We have ticked over 15 and a half minutes. Buckley's Entertainment Centre, second quarter scoreboard.
As I said, I don't think you can leave a player of his ability down there, but I won't be commenting on too much more for the rest of the day. My eyes are dead set gone. I swore that went behind the post and swung right around to the middle.
I think Darcy Troop taught the umpire, well, convinced the umpire that was a good kick.
I did
Well,
look to...
Nearly convinced the umpire out here it was out on the full when it bounced the full width of the footy inside.
I just think it was a point, but anyway, my eyes are gone from here.
So Fulton and Cam. Cam has battled very, very well so far. Up they go. Cam wins that one down again. Looking for but not finding McNamara. Maybe a throw over the top there, but handball back comes towards Alford. Alford does well. Does knock the ball forward. Perkins just protects the space. Goes to Jervis. He's taken high. And the free kick will come back to Connor Jervis. He's probably lucky that there's a mismatch there. Phillips on Jacko. Phillips with a bit of pace. What's happened here?
Go behind your mark.
Fair enough. I'll tell you one thing about Hendo, mate. His old man wouldn't be liking those boots on, I reckon, Dale. Anyway, comes out to Phillips.
I tell you what, you wouldn't push him over like that, like Sammy Jackie did with his old man.
No, you wouldn't either. So Phillips goes long down the line in the in the Rathje direction, but Donahue at the foot of the pack. Handballs about to McLeod. McLeod goes short. It's a nice looking kick to Boyd. Boyd now just inside the centre square, looking at options down the ground. Just chips one in short there and finds Kerslake. He's improved out of sight since last year, Regan Kerslake.
Yes.
He plays on now, runs around, runs to centre half forward. His kick is smothered there, as soon as I say that, by Kelly. Great smother. Hodgson does well, picks it up, swings it on the right boot, drives Thomson further on attack. Troop in the best spot, but a great spore from behind. Ball hits the deck now, wrapped up in a tackle. Going nowhere. Fantastic tackle by Pat White there.
I know he's getting a bit older, Mitchie Hodgson, but a blind turn, they went out with lace-up boot. I know we still have lace-up.
Yes, we do. So anyway, ball up there. Jervis just handballs it to absolutely no one, but gains 25 metres. Kelly was leading the way of the ball, but Lynch done well. He's thrown off it. Ball handballed over the top. Alford has runners outside, but misdirected kick finds Sheedy. So Mitch Sheedy now has a chance to drive Thomson back into attack. Just chips it over the top there. Nice little kick to Donahue. Donahue goes out wide to Hannessy. So Hannessy on the far wing here. Looking at his options, comes back to Donahue. Donahue's been very, very good, Grub.
Yes, he has.
So he drives it long down the line to McLeod. Great hands by the veteran. So Jacko swings around the right boot. He's had to hold up a bit here. He's been corralled to the boundary line. Swings back onto the left. Just drives it long. Troop coming at it. Man in front would have been paid anyway. Ends up in the hands of Bowden. Bowden goes to Elzinger. Elzinger goes long down the line here. Mitch Sheedy in the best spot, but running across here, Rathje. He's going to be there first, is he? Yes, he is. Can't keep the ball in play. We'll have a boundary line throw in 75 metres from the Bannockburn goal here. Boundary road, side of the ground. Defensive side. Umpire waiting for the ruckman to get the contest. Just throw the ball in. Two blokes nominate. Anyway, so it's going to be Fulton and Cam. Fulton gets to the front, wins that one down. Only as far as Plant. Plant gets a handball over the top, comes back to Cam, who keeps running. It's on the boot, not a great kick off the boot, but good use of the body there by Knight. Can't quite keep it in front. Elzinger then puts the foot down, tries to kick it off the ground. Doesn't get away with it. Picks it up and then wrapped up in a tackle by Knight straight away, right in front of the scoreboard here at St Albans Reserve. And we've travelled 19 minutes. Buckley's Entertainment, second quarter. Elimination final day here in the GDFNL. So Fulton just pushed Cam out of the way, gets a handball over the top. Wrapped up in a tackle, ball spills free. We'll have a ball up.
Why is it that sides against the wind, they look like they try harder, more endeavour? Why don't they try that when they got the win? They might have been 8 in front.
I don't know, but Fulton grabs that one out and handballs back to Maybourne. Maybourne goes long down the line. Travis Maguire in best position to take the mark.
Could have got a
Doesn't do
free.
so, but has got a free
He
kick
has
for
got
too
a
high.
Right, good umpiring.
So Maguire comes into Freeman. Ooh, made him work hard there. Dan Freeman just the class, puts the one hand up. So just outside defensive 50 now, Freeman. Goes long down the line. Pack is forming there. Fulton in front. Ball brought down. Wrapped up. And we all have a no.
Oh,
He's
no,
gonna
no,
say
no,
he's
no,
had
no.
prior opportunity. Not sure when it was, but anyway.
I'm a long way away, but gee, I didn't think he had much prior there.
Anyway, that's what the umpires see. He's a bit closer than we are. So
He's a bit wrong, too.
Yeah, probably. Ball driven forward, punch down here. Beardsley overruns it. Could have been in the back there, but umpires let it go. Picked up by a Bannockburn defence there, running out of space, out on the wing, wrapped up in a tackle.
Another one.
And the umpire has said no, push in the back. Can you see that, Fardale?
Nah, just. I didn't know which
So-
one they were going to go when he blew the whistle.
Connor Jervis has the free kick, comes across to Bowden. Bowden now looking at his options. Has Beardsley running behind him. Beardsley's got a bit of space here and a bit of time, so he can probably take one or two bounces, but decides to come long down the line and has picked out Jacker between two of his teammates. Jacker turns around and hits Jackson McLeod perfectly right in front of the eyes.
That's inexplicable, that mistake.
He had two blokes and he kicked him to
I
the
can't believe that. He did the right thing to try and bring it round the attacking side of the ground, but kicked it straight down Sammy Jacker's throat.
Don't move, Sammy, and play on.
Wow.
And play on if you like. So Jackson McLeod now, 21 minutes gone. Bucky's Entertainment, second quarter here. 20 out, 45-degree angle comes in. Ball leaves a boot beautifully. And geez, look at the wind take that. Oh, wow.
He was doing a Barry O'Toole.
He was. So McLeod has his first minor score. 5-5 down to Thomson. 4-3 Bannockburn. 21 and a half gone. Bucky's Entertainment, second quarter.
So Ryan Bowden now doing some kicking in there for Bannockburn. He's going to bring it to the attacking side of the ground. Plays on, get a little bit of ground, delivers the ball along. It's going to carry in the breeze too. Ball gets out the back, and that was well read by Jackson McLeod. Comes in the back and takes the mark. Got a player at centre half forward, and Zach Plant didn't see him initially. Now goes back, just takes some time off the clock.
Second shot.
So McLeod now kicks the ball towards the pocket.
That hurt him. That hurt
Going
him.
long. Perkins again. Good spoil on the ball. Runs back towards the boundary line. Kerslake picks the ball up. He has taken over the boundary line. Gets the handball away though. Maybourne comes up.
Stay
picks
there.
the ball up and goes back towards centre wing. Bark
I
again.
told
Jackson
you to
McLeod.
stay there.
So Jackson McLeod wants to go now and play on and does so and kicks the ball back into the centre half forward
Coming
position.
off.
Coming up, Cam had it. No, I thought he had a fair crack at that. Umpire
high.
has paid it. And so Jordan Cam now with a ball at centre half forward decides to play on now, put himself under a little bit of pressure, kicks the ball wide, not the attacking side, and ball was going to be marked out
what a
there.
grab.
Bailey
Wow.
Alford. It is, I think.
That's
And
the foot.
kicks along the outside now, goes outside to Phillips. Phillips just short of defence on the centre wing, plays on quickly. Kick had to be good and was. Mark was taken. And it goes now into the forward line. Battaglia comes up. Couldn't take the mark. Shooty is with him. Got around him. Got the handball away. Into the hands of Donahue. Little chip up over the top. Is also good. And it into the hands of Mowat now. So Mowat, defensive side of centre wing, far side of the ground. Called it go now and plays on, kicks long down the boundary line. Maybourne comes up from behind and takes the mark. Decides to play on now, gets through the contest, ran to it, and then kicks straight to Sammy Jacker
Well,
again.
again.
I think he's got the wrong colour jumper on
He's
Sammy.
playing for two sides as well,
He might
Smithy.
have, I want to check the front of his jumper because it's must
Might
be
have a
different
stripe.
colours.
Might have a stripe down it.
Yeah, it could be.
Wow.
So now Jacker picks the ball up and goes back into the half forward. And that's a great kick into the hands of Boyd. And Boyd now takes a mark. He has been pretty good for the Thomson side. Kicks lane short, goes outside looking towards Knight. Waited for the ball to come up at him, but it didn't do so. Picked up by Elzinger, gave it to Bailey Elford. Kicks back towards centre wing. Contest required. Phillips provided that the contest. Ball is played on now. Handball comes back inside. They run through the middle, kick the ball forward again. In front, Battaglia takes the mark once again. Handball goes back outside. Thomas on the run. Decides to go long.
Oh,
And
it's
again,
not one home.
it's all up the ground, and Saligan just into space once again. I'll tell you what, I'd love to be able to read his map because he's unbelievable at doing that. Mowat called the play on by the umpire. Handball goes back outside. Into the hands there. Lynch over the top. Shooty tackled.
Oh, God.
Oh, and he had no prior opportunity there.
No.
And I'll tell you what,
Set up like a shooting duck, that bloke.
it must have been a good tackle because he could have hurt him, just like yesterday, Spider.
Yeah, you're right, mate. You're right.
You know, a high one there and you've got big trouble.
Yep.
So well
So-
done, boy.
Ball in the air now. Kunchka wins that one down. Running through is Kelly. Kelly on the right boot. 1-on-1 in the goal square. And that could be a free kick for a hold, I reckon. Umpire has said no.
All clear, I think.
God, I should have.
Bailey Kelly has his first.
Nah.
Hey?
It was Alfred, wasn't it?
Bailey Alford. Yeah.
Bailey Alford, was it? I thought it was Kelly coming through. Anyway, Bailey Alford has his first for the day, the fifth for Bannockburn. So they moved to 5-3, trailing Thomson, who are 5-5.
Geez, they really needed that one because Thomson have actually
it's Kelly.
dominated the court.
29 is Kelly. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
They really dominated the whole quarter. Bannockburn needed that one, and was good to see Battaglia drop what he should have taken to go in there, and then all of a sudden he's taken an even better one to get it back in there. So Thomson winning the quarter, but Bannockburn still have a few minutes left to see if they can bang on another couple.
Yep, it's Bailey Kelly. So anyway, you got the Bailey bit right.
Yeah, no, that's all right.
We'll run with that. Anyway, ball back in the air now. Kunchka and Cam. Cam again wins the tap out. Puts it out in front of Plant. Favoured left foot. Goes long. Hit Mitchie Hodgson. Takes a great slips catch there. No. If we're playing the English, mate, that was a catch. Oh, Mitchie just gets around 1 and 2. Drives it long into the forward pocket. Troop in front. Puts the big hands up.
Oh, I tell you what, he gave him every opportunity, didn't he?
He did. He just knows where to be, Troopy, doesn't he?
Well, he does, but I'll tell you one other thing too. It's all right to kick it long, but it's very hard to kick it to a pack and kick it to your player's advantage, and that's what he did. He put Troop in a good advantage, and then Troop still had to finish the work.
It's even harder with this wind, Grub.
Oh, it doesn't matter. He kicks points, they give him goals.
Troopy comes in now, and he started that out on Ormond Road, and the ball's come back for a minor score. So 5-6 now to Thomson, leading Bannockburn, who are 5-3, and we have gone 26.5. Buckers Entertainment, second quarter.
So Beerser with the ball decides to go long, looking towards Fulton. He comes up with the ball. Good spoil. Not too sure that was. Might have been Darcy Troop once again, was it? That was a great spoil there, and ball goes miles over the boundary line.
Get off the ground.
So throw in will take place. Just outside the half-forward line for Thomson. Fulton doing the ruck work. Cam is doing some more work down there.
He's been very good, Cam.
Yeah, he's done this all day by himself pretty much. So Fulton and Cam just waiting for the ball back in the umpire's hands now. Play about to restart. Thrown in by the umpire. Fulton takes the ball out of the contest. Got the handball away, but it wasn't a handball, it was a throw. And free kick will go to...
Been down a bit, Fulton.
Yeah, has a little bit. And it's Major, the recipient of the free kick. So Major now looking to put Thomson back into their attacking end. He goes low, a little bit flatter.
Something's happened.
Down the field.
Been reversed. Darcy Troop's done something there.
Yeah.
So the ball's going to come back to Fulton now. So Fulton, defensive side of centre wing, can chip the ball back inside as the siren sounded to end the second quarter here, which we'll see Bannockburn going at 5-3-33, trailing Thomson on 5-6-36. Goal kickers to this stage of the game, 2 to Darcy Troop, 1 each to Knight, Boyd and Cam. And for Bannockburn, 2 to Fletcher, 1 to Kunchka, Kelly and Maybaum. Take a short break, come back. We'll go through everything that's happened here in the first half. Hopefully you have maybe some scores from the AFL there too, mate. Interesting last round of football there. You're listening to 94.7 The Pulse, your home of local football.
Welcome back, viewers and listeners. We are here at St Albans Reserve. The clouds have rolled in, so could be an interesting second half here, gents. Currently, we have Thomson 5-6-36 leading Bannockburn, who are 5-3-33. Grubby, have your thoughts on the first half, mate?
Oh, it was strange, wasn't it? I asked the question during the quarter, why do the sides try harder, play better, go the hard ball against the win, and don't quite seem to do it with the win? I thought Bannockburn held the ascendancy at quarter time, even though they were losing. And then all of a sudden, that quarter belonged to Thomson. It wasn't as good a quarter of football because Thomson made it that way. They clogged it up and they made it hard for Bannockburn for kick goals, and Bannockburn didn't kick enough goals for that win. And I reckon that's all due to Thomson. It's all fair and reasonable for us to sit here and say, gee, that wasn't as good a quarter. But you've got to win a game any way you can. And I think with Bannockburn's run, that's what Thomson had to do and did. So it'll be very, very interesting to see how Thomson go this quarter. What they've got to do is all that hardness at the ball and the footy, they've got to do that when they've got the wind. Get it to the right side of the ground, kick your goals. Troop's looking dangerous up there. Boyd's dangerous. Knight's dangerous. So get the ball in quick. Get it to this side, and you'll kick goals. And what you've got to do is put enough lead on a three-quarter time to be able to clog it up again and stop Bannockburn from kicking goals in the last quarter. That's how the game should go. Let's see if it unfolds that way.
Was a tale of two quarters, wasn't it, really? As you said, Grub. Bannockburn managed to have it free and open in the first quarter into the wind and run it really well. I'm with you. I don't know why sides think the wind's going to do it for them.
Well, sometimes they think that, don't they?
You've got to get the ball first.
Well, you've got to get the ball, but you've got to bring it out this side. And if you've seen on the other side, it's too hard to bring it back. And I tell you what, you want to get in front because I just don't like the look of that weather coming in. There's a chance that it could be all...
And it's a massive ground, so it is a long way back in.
Yeah, well, Mitchell reckons whoever's in front at half-time wins with the Lightning. Well, I'm not quite sure that's true. I think it's after half-time. Anything before half-time, and it's finished if you don't get another start.
Well, we're about to get a start.
Yeah, so now it'll come down to who's in front. Now it does. And with Thomson got the wind, they're in the box seat if we do get that sort of... But let's hope we don't.
No, not with sitting in a steel box, mate. No.
I got me red insulating boots on.
I got my thongs on, rubber thongs.
You're gone.
I'm in trouble. They'll melt. I'll have green soles on my feet. Take it away, Dale.
Righto, second half is about to be underway. Ball is thrown in there by the umpire, Cam, again, as he's done for most of the game. Gets first touch of it, plant through and to the hands of Donoghue. Donoghue long into the forward line, goes in the night direction. Spoil from behind. Ball come back to the ground. White across the pack. Can't take clean possession. Elzinger's there to support him, though. Got the out of the contest and delivers the ball back towards centre wing. Fulton will be the first to arrive there. He can't pick the ball up, but he's able to go back and collect it. Handballs out the back. Beardsall on the left boot. Little chip round the corner. Will it be okay? Fulton says no. I want to take it out. He kept it in. I'm not too sure why he did that, but anyway, handball goes inside to Thomas. Thomas in towards Jervis. Jervis now has the ball and runs and carries the ball and goes long into the forward line. Kelly leads in the race for the ball. Ball runs towards the boundary line. Mow it off the ground and ball over the boundary line. Please don't pay that as a free kick.
Oh, he has.
He is.
He hits his boot when he's trying to chase the ball down and it goes over. Now, I don't know. I don't think they've got a feel for the game, these people. But anyway, ball now kicked in by Kelly, goes long into the forward line. Ball from that ruck of the contest, the marking contest, goes back towards the boundary line as it goes towards the boundary and will go over. Yes, it has throw-in to take place about 15 around from the boundary line. Josh Kunz gives it back to the central umpire. It's got to go to the boundary line, but he has it back now.
They haven't paid deliberate for probably since about round 6.
It has its little stages, little runs, mate. Ball from the ruck contest cleaned out. It goes Thompson's way, and again, I can't see who's sitting under the top of the ball now, but won't matter anyway because the umpire is going to come in and take possession of it.
Carlton 7, St Kilda 0.
Zach Plant was, so the ball now from that ruck contest coming through. I reckon that might have been Taylor. He was tackled as he picked the ball up, and the ball will go and come back to the central umpire. So Cam down there is doing the ruck work. Joshy Kunchka also looks like he's the ruckman for Bannockburn. Both players go at it. Ball comes to ground. It's kicked back towards the boundary line. Now, that's pretty much the same thing, but we're going to have a throw-in.
Too close to goal, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm not too sure why. That's anyway. So umpire again will restart play. Throws back in now. Ball out the back. Again, with the numbers around it, it's pretty hard to see who's trying to get out of the contest, but it's picked up and cleared. Thomson get the ball back towards centre wing. Fulton's up, doesn't take the mark. Good ball by McLeod. Ball comes to ground. Freeman runs onto it, picks it up and put it down pretty quickly. Ball gets out the back towards Troop. He ducks under one, tackled, but didn't have the ball then, I didn't think, but it comes out towards White. White goes back to Fulton. Fulton looks up, kicks into the half-forward line. Kick had to be good. It went to Taylor, couldn't take the mark, got himself in and out of trouble, but the ball was stripped out of his hands. Goes over the boundary line in front of the scoreboard here at St Albans. So we'll have another throw-in which will take place.
So Fulton and Cam to do battle again. Fulton in front there. The ball does favour him to win. He taps it down to Jervis. Jervis throws it on the left foot. Hodgson comes through. Clean pick up below his knees. Gets the handle across to Mowat. Mowat goes to Kerslake. Kerslake just kicks the ball long. Clean bowls absolutely everyone. Knight and Elzinger towards the ball. Knight done well to keep Elzinger out, but he's done very, very well. Good young boy. Jackson. Elzinger done well. Got White in the support there. Wrapped up in a great tackle there, though, by Knight. And he has been pinned for holding the ball. That's great effort by Jacob Knight.
Yeah, it was. It might have been just a bit of a pry, but he might have been a bit lucky. But I tell you what, when it's experience like that, I thought Knight might have been able to turn him around. But the kid's a good kid. He stopped that. Then they got the handball out, got the footy and got tackled, I thought, pretty much straight away. But
he's strong young Jackson Elzinger. So, Jacob Knight has won for the afternoon already. He's going the banana, and I tell you what, he's just missed it. Hit the post, I think, did it?
Yep. Hit top of the post.
Hit the top of the post. So, first score of the quarter goes to to Thomson. They move to 5-7. Bannockburn 5-3. Knight has 1-2 for the afternoon. We've got 4.5 minutes. To Granny Cyclone Sport, third quarter here. So Bowden with the ball. Plays on, goes long defensive side, as you would expect. The nest of Thomson plays. It can be a free kick for up a bit early. Yes, I think it is, and that's what the umpires paid. Paid to Shepherd.
Unrealistic attempt as well. Yep.
The players don't quite realise that it's happened.
We better get it back.
He will. That's going to be 50. That is 50. Away we go. So just not reading the play there, I think. It was Saladin with the ball then too, wasn't it? He did that. You wouldn't expect it from him. Anyway, handball comes across now to Elzinger. Liam, he goes take on one, takes on two, throws it on the left foot, drives Bannockburn forward. Kerslake and they sport each other. They did. That was Diffie. So the ball is kicked long. Punch forward then, well done. So picked up by Kerslake, goes out to Saladin. Saladin looks long down the line in the McLeod direction. So one-on-one here. McLeod is too strong. Gets a handball through the middle again to Cam. Cam goes over the top of Kerslake, controls the ball well. Throws it on the boot now in the Boyd direction. So Boyd and Bowden. Bowden bounced off his chest into the hands of Boyd. He want to go back up top to Kerslake, but White chops it off. Goes to Barth. Barth chips the ball up the wing. That's a nice looking kick in the end. Finds Conker. So Conker looked to play on but didn't. Held the ball. And then second attempt there goes to Phillips. Phillips now through centre half forward. Has Battaglia out wide, and that's where he heads. It's a great kick. Battaglia takes a mark. Chips it over quickly to Fletcher Wilson. So Wilson for Bannockburn will have a shot from about 30 out. Pretty much directly in front. Has two on the afternoon already. And so it's very hard to judge that wind's doing grub. I think he's kicking into it, but who would know?
We would know now. Whoever kicked it to the what's the little fella's name?
Battaglia.
He ought to be sent off.
For kicking that way.
Well, we're going to get rain. He's trying to bring it 400 miles in the air.
Young Phillips.
Yeah, it was young Phillips. So Wilson now coming in for Bannockburn. Ball leaves the boot. That's not a good kick at all. Travelled out of bounds on the full. So even the drop of the ball is going to be more difficult. Might have to go the old Andrew Cracker style and just strolled on the boot.
See the beautiful way he kicked the goal in the first quarter?
Yep.
He didn't do that time. The ball drop just wasn't there.
No. Wind might have something to do with it.
I don't know.
So Saladin with the resultant free kick now. Players trying to urge him to come this way, and he does in the end. So he has Maguire, Troop, and Cam late arrival. Cam gets up. Couldn't quite take the mark, but athleticism wins out. Tries to handball it over to Donahue. Donahue did well. May have given away a free kick in the end. He has. It's going to Thomas. So Doug Thomas will eventually get the ball back from Perkins. It gives Thomson time to close it down.
Wilson then had
Just
space.
kick it, mate.
He's trying to direct traffic here.
Just kick it.
And he has kicked it long. Going to get to the square here. It's Allergen up, can't take the mark. Ball hits the deck. Spills free at the back. Diffie gets a quick kick to the ball. Coming through there with Sheedy. Sheedy throws it on the boot. No, it was Jacker actually. Kicks it long down the line. Henderson first to the ball. So Plant goes long in the Freeman direction. Gets over the back there. Pushes, just nudges Barth under the ball. Freeman has plenty of space here. Geez, that's a great chase, wasn't it?
Yep.
Goes long over the back here. Bowden can't control the ball. It's running away from him. He concedes a point. So Freeman adds to his tally. That's 5 goals, 8 now to Thomson. They lead Banno, who are 5-3.
Half of the ball just inside defensive 50. And it's just settling things down here for Bannockburn. Called a play on now by the umpire, and he goes along the boundary. Phillips in front, but the ball gets out the back. No mark taken. Ground level. It's I'm not too sure the player was on the ground, but it's picked up out there. I reckon Hennessy got boot to ball and drives the ball back in towards the centre forward. Boyd was the only one that actually flew for the ball. It took the mark and turns and goes back into the forward line, looking towards Knight. Spoiled by Elzinger once again. Got hand in there, went towards Bowden. He couldn't take it cleanly. Knight's over the top, taps it back towards McLeod. Boot to ball, goes back towards the goal square. Troop there, needs to keep it in, but couldn't do so, and has gone over the boundary line out of bounds. We'll have a throw-in which will take place.
That was Bowden that did that chase down. It wasn't just quick in the legs, it was quick thinking. Soon it was Freeman, and knowing what he can do with a bit of space, he started running from back here because he knew the consequences. That's good footy.
Great chase.
Yeah.
So the ball now with the umpire right beside the behind post now, throws the ball back in. Troop doing the ruck work. Mayborn also there. Oh, Troop out of the air. Oh, I didn't see Bowden standing in the goal square. Then I thought that is going to be some goal. Ball goes out quickly again.
Oh, no.
Kick misdirected, and it's going straight back to Hennessy. So Hennessy will put Thomson back into attack once again. Plenty of players leading for the ball. Boyd's by himself, the biggest bloke on the ground, and he's left it to Sammy Jacker, and he takes a mark just inside 50. And from that side of the ground, it will still need every bit of Sammy Jacker's best, I would think.
And his best is very, very good, remember?
Yes, yep.
Maybe on the run even better, but his best is pretty good, Sammy Jacker. I've seen him kick goals from a lot longer way out, so he can kick
Oh, come on, have some faith. Come on, Dad, don't shake your head.
So the ball now in the hands of Sammy Jacker. He will step and kick from 50. Gives himself a little bit.
Got under it.
Got plenty of height, plenty of distance. Not quite. Mark taken in
Jackson
there. Jackson McLeod has taken the ball right on the goal line. And he will go back and shoot for his first of the afternoon.
In the air, he's been very, very good today, Jackson McLeod. Very good.
Hands are generally pretty good.
Yeah. His feet might be starting to let him down, but his hands are fantastic today.
So McLeod from the goal square comes in. He kicks the goal.
Look at him. Look at him. He loves it.
Thomson, 6 goals, 8. They lead Bannockburn 5-3. We have ticked over 10.5 to Grandy Stockland Sports, third quarter scoreboard.
But again, I keep saying it's the goal that they needed because they have the win, but the wind hasn't actually designated anything today, have they?
No.
The big worry they've got is if it goes like that again for the third quarter, as I said before the game, when you get tired and the other side's got the win, they kick 4 or 5, you've blown it. So they've got to make hay while the sun shines right now because it mightn't be shining for much longer.
Ooh. Jacko's put that into Buckley's.
He wanted to get that ball after he finished, I think.
Yeah. He's got the kids over the back there. We had a replacement ball yesterday, Dale.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, someone put one into the school.
Trees?
Into the school.
Oh, okay.
In the kindergarten.
You know, I saw Jacko McLeod play a game or two early in the year when we were at Thomson. And I watched him run around. Oh, geez, Jacko, I think you're nearly done. But I tell you what, his aerial skills today have been absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, I just think his foot's holding him back that little bit. As I said, if he could move a bit more freely, he would still be a very, very good footballer.
Back in the middle. Cam and Kunchka. Cam wins that one down again to Plant. Plant throws it on the left foot, driving Thomson forward again in the Boyd direction. Boyd and Bowden fighting the ball well. Just well done by Bath. Just picked that ball up full tilt on the left foot. Not a great kick in the end, but Kerslake picks it up, takes it over the boundary line, right in front of the Thomson coach's box here. So Cam and Fulton will do battle. So the ball thrown in there. Nice thrown by the umpire. Fulton gets to the front. It does win that down, but it goes in the Plant direction. Could have been pushed in the back.
Twice.
And again, perhaps, but the umpire said no.
The old push in the back rule has just gone out the window. don't play it much, do
Well,
they?
made one or two goes in, didn't he? So the
Yeah.
ball in the air, it's a short throw, and Cam does get a hand to it, but Fulton very well picks it up. Ham just gives the ball to Jervis. Jervis puts it out in front of Elzinger. Elzinger picks it up, gets round Saligen. And on the right boot goes out towards Wilson. It's not a bad kick. Wilson made it look really good. Swings round the right foot, centres the ball. Who's coming forward? No one. It looks like Mowat has taken the mark. So your shoulder seems to be holding up all right here, Grub.
Well, if it has been dislocated, it doesn't matter. It's not going to get sore. The only problem is if it dislocates again. That's the only one.
Like Huey Menzies yesterday. Anyway,
Yeah.
come along down the line here. And doesn't quite take the mark. There was Fulton, but he gave away the free kick. Oh, a quick handball and puts Cam under all sorts of pressure. Turns it over, goes back to Jervis. Jervis with the 1-2 with Fulton. Has a bounce now. Connor Jervis runs in towards goal and then pushes it out of the forward pocket there. Not quite taken by Battaglia. He's kept it in play. Handballs the ball back here to Phillips. Phillips turns around the right foot, drives Bannockburn back towards goal. In the best
tell you
spot. Yeah,
what.
he's kicked
I
that.
tell you what.
He has kicked that. Yes, he
All
has.
clear.
What a
Wow.
fantastic goal.
It was from there.
Ashton Phillips kicks the 6th for Bannockburn. They are 6-3, trailing Thomson, who are 6-8, and we have gone 13.5. The Granny Cycle and Sport, third
Old man's
quarter.
never done that.
He wouldn't have kicked that far, even with the wind. He's the old Tony Shaw, mate, the jam jar.
Well, I tell you what, it was so valuable because I reckon the final is on the line right here. You know, I reckon if Thomson can break through and kick some goals, they'll be able to hold them. But if they can't, then Bannockburn will have the wind behind them. And how long have we gone? Only 13 minutes. I think the game's on the line right here and now.
So the ball back in the middle, thrown up again. Cam again. Kunchka this time gets it down to Maguire. Quick handball over the top, goes towards Cam, picked it up, a little bit to the forward line, gets valuable ground. Boyd comes out, leads in the race for the ball. Bowden is also with him, goes back towards the boundary line. Bowden will be happy to see it over. Doesn't get there yet, but Beansell sees it go over this time. And it's going to be a ball in which will take place. So throw in by the umpire. Ballerine final spot. Did we have a look at that one?
I can have a look at that one for you, mate.
Because the ball is thrown back in now. Bath doing the ruck work. Troop over the top. Backs it back. Goes to Beardsell. Beardsell just boot the ball. Goes across the ground. White in best position. Gets a favourable bounce. Nice right behind
got
him.
in the back that
Comes
time.
down. Picked up there by Elzinger. Got away from his opponent. Little right boot round the boundary line is good. Coming up. Mark not taken. Free kick will be
chop the
paid.
arms.
Yeah, free kick will be paid out there. And the free kick will go to Thompson's side, so far side of the ground. They'll need to bring the ball back inside, and they do that very quickly. Troop in that direction. Up Bowden brings the ball to ground.
Oh.
Troop just tries to kick it out
I'm
of
not
the air
sure
there.
you can do that there.
So quickly, Dale, 20 minutes into the third quarter. Drysdale 71, lead Motoroy 25.
That's done and dusted then pretty much.
Yep.
So Perkins, recipient of the free kick, goes by hand to Jervis. Jervis goes out long into the area of Fulton. Saligen's there. Good spoil from behind. Gain. Ball comes to ground. Not picked up, but Elzinger picks the ball up. Looks to chip the ball, but didn't do that effectively. Fulton goes back and collects it. Feeds the ball between some legs. Picked up by teammate, and the ball ends up in the hands of Phillips, who dives, takes a mark just inside the square, centre wing. Handball goes back outside to Bowden. Bowden's got a running player outside. Might be Jervis again, goes back over the top, puts him under a little bit of pressure. Got support there in Beardsell. Beardsell goes further around the boundary line. Kelly it is this time, looks up, goes short, leading up. Mark not taken, ball comes out in the contest. Picked up, Thomson relieves some player pressure. Good handballs there, 1-2. That was McNamara, got the ball back into their forward line, coming up Bowden, and he takes the mark. Bowden at the centre half back position, goes across the ground, kick wasn't good.
Is that a high fend?
We'll need to take a look like it. So Jacko's definitely looking for it. Goes back now. Bowden made a good position. So positions himself and will get the ball back at half back line for Bannockburn. So they just take some little bit more time from the clock at the moment. Goes back along the boundary line this time. Fulton's going to be the target out there again. Big fella doesn't let him down. Takes the mark, looking for the running options inside. Henderson's that player. Green boots goes short and straight into the hands of Plant. Plant's going to turn the ball over, go back to McLeod. In some space by himself. McLeod wants to go on now.
Oh,
He
he's
ran
gone.
straight into trouble
Didn't
there.
see
Jackson
him.
McLeod.
Didn't see him coming.
Yeah. So free kick will go to Elzinger. So Elzinger just not too far from the centre circle. Thompson's attacking side of the ground. He plays on now, runs and carries and kicks the ball long. And goes outside looking for Battaglia, just coming back on the ground. Mark not taken out there by Lynch, comes to ground, picked up by Jervis on the left boot. Needs to get the ball further around the boundary line. Lynch is there again. Battaglia protected the space, got the handball away to Mayborn. Goes back inside to Alford, chipped the ball, good smother by Maguire, picks the ball up, fed it to himself, went back and collected it, got the handball out to Donoghue, on to Kerslake, under pressure now, but he goes back inside, Mowat. He just boot the ball, goes long. Bath in best position.
Yep, Bath. Ball brought to ground. White come through. Picked it up. He's wrapped up here. The umpire's going to say no. No prior opportunity. Jacko just whinged about that for a bit too long, I think. If he could get back up and get in the play again.
I'd rather see him do that, though, than get angry and do something silly. So.
Well, this is true, too. Anyway, ball to be thrown up.
Volatile.
Ball to be thrown up here, so Troop and Mayborn do battle. Troop does win it down, but coming through was Bath, done really knocked it forward. Donoghue's first to arrive, can't pick it up. Mayborn comes through now. He might have been taken high there, and Pats could have thrown it as well, so umpire says play on. Donoghue has the ball wrapped up in a great tackle by Thomas. Brought to ground, umpire said going nowhere. The old nuggety type rover, isn't he, Thomas? No, Grub.
Yeah,
ball in the air now. Kunschkop just thrown out of that by Troop, but knocks it only as far as Elsing. Elsing on the right foot, drives Bannockburn forward again. Saligan just, okay, kick the ball to me. So Mark's in front of Kelly. He's been told to play on. He has crept around the mark. Goes wide out looking for Jackson McLeod. White with him as well. As soon as McLeod grabs it, White grabs him, brings him to the ground, but McLeod done well, gets it out. So Kerslake on the left foot, drives it long down the line. In front there is Hannessy. Hannessy done well. Got a handball back in the Cam direction. He's doing well. Kept the ball in front of him. And finally taps it back towards Donoghue. Elsinger done really well. Come through. Anyway, they're away now through... who was that? Phillips. No.
Was it Beardsall?
It was Beard. No, he's got the short sleeve on. Anyway, Kelly's got the ball now. Driving the ball long down the line here. Bannockburn in front is Fulton. Is that Beards with the short sleeve on?
He's got a short sleeve on.
Well, it'll be Beardsall then. He's got the sleeve on.
Looked like his number.
Yeah, not a great kick, but first the ball wrapped up. There was Mayborn. That is dropping the ball.
All you've got to do is hold on to it.
Yeah.
And the umpire will ball it up. As soon as he lets go of it, he's going to pay it every time.
He did. So this is Diffie with the ball now. Goes in the centre, finds Donoghue. That's a great kick. Donoghue is going to give it the plant, but decides not to go further out wide and finds Maxi Della. Della moves the ball on quickly to Hannessy. The ball's bouncing towards the boundary line. Hannessy's done well, keeps it in play. He's got plenty of time. He's got Cam running through the middle here on his own and used him, and Cam drops an absolute pud. Should have taken that one. Put pressure on himself. Wraps it up. Umpire said he's hit him too high. Right. Okay. Umpire said he got him high. So
I better hold my head walking back to make it look good, I think he said. I didn't.
Just better watch it on the replay. Anyway, Jordan Cam. Oh, no, he didn't get him anyway. Jordan Cam. From the dead pocket, though, Grub, even though he's only 25 out.
It's still a tough kick today.
Very tough kick.
And there's the pressure of the game upon him, too. The goal here, they really need it with the win.
So Cam comes in. A little bit of approach, just puts it out there. Gets right across the floor. It hasn't. It's bent back beautifully. Jordan Cam has... He's second for the afternoon, and the seventh now for Thomson. 7-8, leading Bannockburn 6-3, and we have ticked over 20 and a half minutes. The Granny Cycling Sport, third quarter.
I reckon you might have got that right. It had to bend back because as soon as he kicked it, all the players drifted towards the between the goal and the point post. So we actually think, well, that's where it's going. But the wind's brought it back because the players just stood there and watched it go through. Unbelievable.
So, like my slice off the first, mate.
Oh, it's just, it's come back like a Shane Warne leg spin.
It was a cracker, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So back in the middle once again, ball thrown up by the umpire. Troop in there doing the ruck work, tapped it down only as far as Thomas, gets boot to ball, didn't travel that far, went towards Donoghue. Not used to seeing Donoghue in the mix of it. He's usually out in centre wing, but has played mostly in the middle of the ground today. He's doing a good job. Yep, absolutely. Ball from that ruck contest. Again, Thomas tries to work through the contest but couldn't, as Jervis gives that ball back to the umpire. So another ball up to take place. Same position as last. Troop takes the ball out of the middle and kicks the ball into the half-forward line. Ball bounces. Beardsall tried to keep it in front of himself. Kerslake is right with him. Did nicely. Went back and collected it. Put himself under pressure. Held up in the tackle. Good work there. And we will have a ball up
And I reckon
Good position from where we sit, Grub, I can tell you.
Yeah, I think your eyes might be failing you too. I think Beardsall has got the long sleeve.
Yeah,
on.
that's why I think it was Beardsall. I think it might have been Thomas earlier.
So the ball now thrown up by the umpire once again, goes towards Jervis, takes the ball, got the handball over the top, running
That's a
towards
free
centre wing,
kick.
picked up by Elzinger. A little bit of pace, runs away from the contest, put himself under pressure, got the handball over the top to Elford though. He now runs and carries the ball, kicks into the forward pocket, goes looking towards Battaglia. He's been held on, said the umpire. And Sheedy will look at him in a little bit of dismay. Was round his stomach, but I don't know whether he was actually retarding him when he sat, was he?
I just looked at that one from Connor Jervis, Grub. No, it wasn't a free kick. He actually threw himself to the ground. I'm just watching it now. No,
Watch it again. Watch it again properly because he threw him. He tackled him about a minute after he handballed.
So Battaglia runs
down
round the body and kicks round the corner, but Kane can't get the desired result. Has a minor score, so 6-4 now to Bannockburn. They trail Thomson on 7 goals, 8. 23 minutes gone. The Grandy Cycling Sports third quarter scoreboard.
So ball put back in quickly by Jacko. Didn't quite get all of that one, but it's travelled far enough. Troop just picks it up. So 2 kicks are inside forward.
This could go all the way.
There is no one home. Perkins leads back the race to the ball. He's got Hennessy with him, but Perkins does really well. Just keeps it in front of himself. When he kicked it off the ground and missed it. Elzinger gets back to help out. Cam just standing there waiting for the ball to come out to him. So 2-on-3-on-1 situation now. Geez, Thomson have done well to keep that in there.
Yeah.
That's 2 kicks and they've travelled 160 metres.
Yeah.
And Jacket miskicked his barrel out of the
Yeah,
out of the
I
square.
don't reckon Troopy kicked the
Yeah, no,
properly
I don't mean either.
No. Anyway, ball in the air. Kunchka wins that one down. Quick handball up. Goes back to White. So ball fed out wide now towards Marnie. Marnie overruns that one. Quick handball up. Finds McLeod. McLeod feeds it back to Kerslake. Kerslake chips one over the top. Looking for and finding Cam. Cam wins it. Gets the handball back to Kerslake. He's wrapped up in a tackle straight away. Going nowhere. The full suplex is on.
Might be Maxi Della, I reckon, mate.
Is it Della, is
yeah,
it?
Kerslake's just here now.
Well, they'll definitely be Della then. I should ask Mitch. It's his favourite player. So the ball goes up now. Tapped down by Fulton. Maguire went the handball, smothered off the hand into a pack again. So we'll have another ball up. Far side of the ground, travelled 24 minutes here. The Grandy Cycling Sport third quarter. So Cam and we'll turn it off. Oh, Hodgson goes underneath, but picked up there, coming through, driving it long, punched away. So deep in defence, Jackson Elzinger is quite happy to concede a rush behind. So 7-9 now to Thomson.
So Bowden's going to do some kicking in this time. This time it's Luke. Goes short. I'll tell you what, that kick wasn't all that great to make Bath work for it. He gets it just inside the field of play and stepped over. But so the ball now will be thrown back into play. Thomson another opportunity here. So about 25 to 30 metres around from the goal square. Ball thrown back in by the umpire. Boyd in front, goes to Conker. Little kick wasn't great, but Bath got the ball out towards Thomas. He puts boot to ball and goes outside the forward defensive 50, picked up by Troop. He's going to put it straight back into where it came from. Going back, Mayborn comes across, takes a mark, and will settle things down. I would think a little bit of a cork there possibly. Little chip up over the top. Has to be good and was to Conker. So he's got the ball outside defensive 50 now. Again, he's looking where his options are, and now decides to go just that little bit longer out towards centre wing. Kunchka is out there. Ball doesn't get that far because Troop has taken a mark. So Darcy Troop right on centre wing. Delivers the ball back inside to Donahue. Donahue wants to go and does so now and plays and goes back towards the centre half forward position coming up. Boyd had the mark, hit him on the check, let it go. Now he needs to get down and pick it up. Goes outside to Kerslake. Kerslake to Donahue. Donahue inside to Salagen. Bounce. Bubbling around, picks the ball up. He's got a player outside, needs to use the ball well, and he'll find Lynch. So Lynch now has some time to run and look up and will deliver the ball long into their forward line. Going towards in front, Cam couldn't take the mark, went back and had another go at it. Got hands and knees, got out of the contest, nearly got through. Picked up by Maguire, or was trying to pick the ball up. He is pressured, ball sits underneath the contest now. Umpire will come in, and we will have a ball up inside forward 50 for the Thomson side. 26 and a half gone. Buckley's Entertainment, the Grandy Cycling Sports third quarter scoreboard. It is 7-9 Thomson, 6-4 to Bannockburn.
So Cam and Bath do battle. Cam wins that one. Very clever tap over the back
Picked up here by Beardsville, gives it feeds a little handball out to Mayborn. He can't quite control it. Does in the end. Comes over towards Thomas. It, wrapped up here in a tackle. Ball spills free now at the back. Try to handball it out again. Not going anywhere. We'll have a ball up. Lynch will be the last one to get up with the ball.
I think Bannockburn have got trouble with their team sheet as well.
Yeah.
Taylor. You've called Taylor a few times. I can't
Thomas.
find him.
Oh,
Maybe
shut up.
Thomas.
I can't find him.
Anyway, ball in the air now. Kunska versus Troop. Troop just rubs it out. Handballs it back to Donahue. Donahue drives. Thompson long again. Defence. Doesn't matter. There goes the siren.
Oh, look out.
7-9. Thomson 51. Leading Bannockburn to a 6-4-40. Dale, can you have some goal kickers, please?
Yeah, goal kickers to this stage of the game. Troop and Jordan Cam, both with 2 each. 1 to McLeod, Boyd and Knight. And for the Bannockburn side, 2 to Fletcher Wilson. 1 each to Kunska, Kelly, Phillips and Mayborn. Take
How
a short
many
break.
to Taylor?
Yeah, he's got 6. Yeah, take a short break. You're listening to 94.7 The Pulse, your home of local football.
Left in the elimination final. Currently sees Thomson 7-9-51, 11-point advantage over Bannockburn, who is 6-4-40. Thomson kicked 2-3 that quarter. Bannockburn 1-1. Grubby, thoughts so far, my friend?
Well, again, there was a better quarter because Thomson weren't trying to clog it up. They were trying to kick goals. So it was very open football. It was end-to-end with some good contests. We said some good markings. The kicking for goal probably let them down a little bit. They kicked 2-3.
Yeah, mate.
Yeah, like, you know, I know 2-3, but I mean 3-2 puts them 17 points in front at the break. I know it's nice to be ahead at the break, but gee, if Bannockburn can use this win, then they'll win the game. But in that second quarter, we saw Thomson play a magnificent against the win quarter. I tell you, they're going to have to play another one or they'll be out. And I think they can. I saw a couple of blokes limping out there. Knight was limping. I don't know whether he's going up, but his job's nearly done. The ball should be, if Bannockburn use it properly, be up here most of the time. Mowat's injury, as we said, it might have been a dislocated shoulder. The only thing that can happen is bang, he's gone with another one. It's not going to get sore and affect his play. But, you know, there hasn't been a dominant midfield winner like that's actually dominated the midfield all day at the centre bounces. So it's probably 1 for 1. Thomson get one out, Bannockburn get one out. There's not a bloke that's got it out 3-4 times in a row, and that's what Bannockburn need to do this quarter. And as I said, when the Thomson coaching hierarchy, Bannockburn, Ronnie can't hear me from here, but bring it out this side, because that's where you're going to kick the goals, and that's where you're going to win it.
They've got to maintain possession to get it this side.
Yes.
That's the issue.
And lead to this side.
As Thomson get it, mate, they're going straight out the other side.
Yeah, and we expect that. But get it and have a bloke in the middle. Have a bloke out here, but get it out here. And for God's sake, lead out here. There's no good kicking it out here if there's no one there. Because that's the way they're going to win the game. I can't see them kicking a lot of goals from that other side. We've seen some really good kicks today who haven't been able to do it.
You almost need to set up from the centre of the square to the top of the goal square and have every player that side and leave this whole space open.
And get someone in there.
Yeah, just have the players just aware that that's where you're going to go and just kick the ball. If it's a short option, who is it going to be? Is it going to be Alzinger coming up with the ball? If it's going to be long, we're looking for Fulton, or we're looking for Fletcher Wilson. You know, as I said, Fletcher Wilson started the first quarter. You spoke about, well, maybe this was a day. Well, now it's a real opportunity for him to start and set this game alight and kick 2 or 3 and finish this game off for them. But if they can, Thomson can allow Thomson to do what they did in the second quarter and bottle things up, then they're going to find this a real struggle. It's only 2 goals that they have to kick, but it's 2 goals that they really found hard to do, and that's with the breeze in that second quarter.
And with Fletcher Wilson, he's played a pretty good first quarter and a pretty good third quarter. But he's played his best quarter against the wind.
Yeah.
Now he has to play his best quarter with the wind. But again, when you're down there, you're relying on how it comes in. And I think with some of these blokes from Bannockburn who are good kicks, they've got to come into play now and hit him on the chest a couple of times. And what about Fulton? Do you put Fulton forward and hope for the best and leave him
that's
there?
where I'd be playing him.
I would.
He can win the game for
I'd
you.
be playing him at top of the goal square, 15 metres out, and just be clearing the space. As I said, everybody
Open
else
this side up.
the ground, in that line, straight up and down the ground. Everything this side available to them to bring it up.
Well, I've never really entered into that discussion that you've got that hard. Right? Ruck, he's a good player. Forward, he's a good player. And I've always said, but right now, with the wind, to win a final, he's got to go forward, and he can win the game from.
That's where he's going. The other thing with saying Daly is that line across, say, just the defensive side of the centre circle.
Yep.
If you do bring the ball, saying Thomson want to go that way, you've already got a wall built across there too.
Yep.
So it's a dangerous kick, because then, best case scenario, you get over the top. Worst case scenario, you've got a line of Bannockburn players coming through the middle.
Yeah, well,
Fulton is going to full forward.
Yeah, that happened with Perkins early, and he went for a kick across goal, almost cost him a goal because he could, against the wind, couldn't quite make it count.
And if I was Bailey Kelly, I'd be playing on the other half-forward flank and taking Seligman right out of that hole. If he decides to stay in the hole, well and good. You have to go back and engage him, but I would be trying to pull him out of that spot well and truly.
I'd be up on the 50 now. You give Fulton all this space out this side.
So who's on Fulton? Is that Mowat?
Yeah, that's Mowat on him. Yep.
So they've got 3 options. You don't want to put Seligman back there. Maguire can go back too.
So the ball now thrown in there. Last quarter underway. Cam, as he's done all day, has got the ball down, but it goes towards Thomas. Ball comes out to the half-forward line, picked up by Conker. Looks up, goes long into the forward line in front.
Well, there we go.
And there it is.
There we go. I tell you what, we should be called more than expert commentary.
You should be still coaching, Grub.
You should be coaching, Dale. You should have a job somewhere.
Well, there's another one he can get sacked from.
He's already been sacked from Bannockburn.
Inverleigh, I think.
So Kieran Fulton has a great opportunity here within the first minute of the final quarter to close things up. From about 20 metres out, almost directly in front. There's more important kicks in football. I don't know where they come from, but this is very important. He chips at the ball.
Don't you worry about that.
Never looked like missing. He's got his first of the afternoon and the 7th now for Bannockburn. They move to 7-4. They trail Thomson on 7-9, and we have gone less than a minute. Connect-Tel, final quarter scoreboard.
You know, you've got some great midfielders in this comp. You've got some great defenders, forwards. It's a really good comp, but I think in the last quarter of a game when you've got the win, the most dangerous person in the competition is Fulton up forward. He's the most dangerous in the whole competition.
Bit of experience in the middle now. Conker's even gone in there.
Yeah, and the way Kunsk has been going and halving the contest, they're not going to lose anything at this point.
So ball back in the air now. Kunska actually wins that one down. coming through his plant. Tries to get on the left foot, tries to get out Donahue. Conker just gets it and kicks it long. Players need to be in front. Saligin comes at it. Ball bounces away from him. Picked up there by Fletcher Wilson, goes long towards goal, and Freeman has just done a Lee Matthews and tried to take out the post. So
Got a fair wobble up too.
yeah,
hasn't
he's
it?
got a fair
Hasn't
wobble up.
stopped
So
yet.
Wilson has his first behind for
they're
the
off
day.
already.
The 5th. Played on quickly. Oh, ball has been spilt now, but there's numbers there. Maguire picks it up, gets a handball over the top. Running through his Lynch. Lynch just chips over again and finds Cam. So Jordan Cam, another little quick kick up the line, but it's chopped off there by Mayborn. So the ball will be coming back. 7-5 plays 7-9. Chipped across. Oh, that could be nearly 50.
No.
I'll let it go.
Yeah,
I'll let it go.
Yeah, I'd have let that one go.
I did. So Conker
So did
with
the
ball.
umpire, which is the
Yeah.
main thing.
That's right. When umpiring from the commentary box, so Conker with the ball now. Looks to go long. Does just that. Drives it down. Batalia in front here. The ball sits up.
It's a terrible,
And,
terrible kick.
I don't know
Wasn't
whether it's the
great
best
hit.
option going
No,
forward.
Wow.
no. Anyway, ball has been turned over here. And, not a great kick coming back the other way, but numbers here with Thomson. Jacker picks it up. Went to feed the handball out, end up kicking in the end. So play on, no 15. Coming through is Thomas. Throws a quick kick on the boot. Saligin coming through, overruns it. Everyone overruns it. Oh, Shooty taken a little high there by Kelly. So Shooty plays on straight away, chips it out to Cam.
Was any higher, it would have missed him.
Yes, it would have. So Shooty got a free haircut there. So Jordan Cam goes the big up and under. And punched away towards the boundary line. Ball stays in play, still in play now. And Banjover says no. It has gone over. So
That was a terrible, terrible kick. He's kicked it 400 miles up in the air to the smallest player on the ground, on the wrong side of the ground. It couldn't have been any worse.
no, it wasn't great. So ball to be thrown in now. Kunsker and Cam to do battle. Oh, that's gone a long way towards Thomson. Cam just helps knock it forward, end up with 30 metres out of it. The ball goes out of bounds.
You don't see Noah Kennedy throwing them in like that.
No, good old Noah, hey? Or good young Noah.
I know it was the wind, but gee, he threw it a long, long way away. It's nearly a call for a callback, isn't it?
Yeah, it was almost worth a kick. So that's a better one. In she goes. Kunsker in front, wins a tap down. That's a clever tap down too towards Thomas Goodman-Howe without the ball. Umpire said no, play on. So players dive on top. And we will have a ball up. Will we? Or yes, we will. I thought he's looking around a bit.
Eventually, when he finally gets back there.
So here we go. Kunsker and Cam do battle again. Ball in the air. Kunsker works to the front. Cam reaches over top, wins a tap down. Quick kick. It doesn't go anywhere. Hodgson picks it up. Let's go of it. And the umpire said you've dropped the ball.
That's a bit rough.
Didn't see any prior opportunity
No.
there.
So Bowden with the resultant free kick. Looks to go long in the Fulton direction. Not going to quite get that far. Ball bounces on its point, straight up in the air. Knocked away by Thompson's defence.
don't
There's
call
the umpire going to see this one. He's going to say throw it in.
That was common sense at least.
Who's that down on the ground over there?
Battaglia.
It is. He's having a nap.
He'd be right.
Just having a quick nap while they get the ball.
Having a rest.
Nothing wrong with that, I wouldn't have
Catching a
thought.
couple of Z Spider, you could do that, couldn't you?
Oh, no, not at all, mate. I'm buzzing, buddy. Anyway, ball thrown in now. Kunsker versus Cam. Kunsker wins that one down. Taps it forward. Towards Benny Elsinger. Very, very clever. Tap to his own advantage, but Maguire's there with him. Ball spills free. Picked up there. Quick kick out of defence. Ball tumbling end on end. It's picked up by Cam. Cam looks up. Goes long down the line towards Boyd. That's a great kick. Boyd can't quite take it, but McLeod's there to help out. Jackson picks it up. Handballs back Missy Hodgson. Hodgson running through. It's a great kick. Knight seems to be moving all right for a limping bloke.
Who couldn't walk at three-quarter time.
So he goes on nice and quickly. I'll tell you, this almost get through for a goal. Overrun it there was Major. He's done a great tackle, though. Anyway, the ball comes back to Bowden. Bowden just a big up and under. So it was Della versus Jervis. Della done well. Brought it to ground. Jervis might have taken it without the ball. Umpire said no. Jervis goes back, picks it up.
He's over the line.
And he's out of bounds. We'll have a throw in. And he's just thrown the ball at his opponent.
I'd nearly pay a free kick for that.
Well, it's no need for it.
You no need to throw the ball at an opponent in the back. I'd nearly say, I'm going to pay one for stupidity.
Wow. So ball thrown in now. Oh, it could have been a push by Boyd, not seen by the umpire. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Ball falls to Elsinger. Elsinger kicks the ball long. Phillips in best place to mark this. It just had too much on it. Comes back to Mowat. Great shepherd there by Jacker. Mowat just drives it forward. Kerslake, who's been really good today, drives it longer still in the Troop direction. Troop blocked at his run, I reckon, then, but umpire didn't see it that way. Handball comes out. Everyone overruns the ball now. Stacks on the mill. That's the umpire said. You've thrown it out.
No, I think he's paid a
A
tackle.
sling, was it?
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, there's a bit going on in there. And I yelled out Good Shepherd, and I haven't got a tape measure on me.
5 metres?
I always thought it had to be 5 metres. It looked a little bit further away than that.
Oh, I just think the ball was in the air, though, too.
That don't matter. You've got to do it within 5 metres, and it was pretty close. I'll let it go, but geez, it was close.
I thought it was a good shepherd anyway.
Well, so did I, but if you do it over 5 metres,
Yeah, I know,
you're in
mate.
trouble.
So Elzinger brings the ball across to Beardsall. He's in a bit of space here. Coming down the line looking for Perkins. So Perkins and Hannessy will go at this one. Perkins gets his hands to it, can't quite bring it in. Has support. Well done there by Alford. Done really well. Drive Bannockburn long down the line in the Battalion direction. Players shielding their eyes from the sun. Battalion really clever. Taps it on, but there's no one there. So Shooty runs on Battalion with a burst of speed from what 10 years ago. Nearly gets to it, but Saligen picks it up now. Umpire's paid a free kick against Battalion for too high. So Maguire now with the free kick. Handballs to Shooty. Puts him under all sorts of pressure, but he's got support. Gets it back to Saligen. Saligen comes out towards Jacko. Perkins can get there. Done really well. Ball comes to ground. Knight's there. Gets around one. Gets the handball back over the back. There goes back to Shooty. Shooty, the great handball. Releases Knight. Just one hand by Kunchka there. Just enough to knock him off balance. Mayborn drops what he probably should have taken there. Diffie pushed off the ball. Bath done well. Gives the ball to Beardsall. Ends up in the hands of Jackson Elzinger. He goes long down the line here. Out there in front of Wilson. Can't quite take the mark. Got out of each other's way then, but Freeman said, I'll come through and take it with me. Quick kick on the boot out towards McLeod. He's got time here. Does well. Oh, breaks the tackle. Then swings on that right foot. Drives the ball long down the line. Good kick. Couldn't quite take the mark. There was Cam. Bowden does well. Could have been taken high. The umpire said no. It's a handball out there. Chip in the middle there, and he had two players kicked to. He picked out Charlie Donahue. Donahue driving Thomson
He's
back
done the
forward
same.
again. He's done exactly the same thing as found White. Have a look at this. If you can get this ball to Perkins, which I don't reckon they can, Bar's going to have a go, but they've got two out here anyway, so we're going to get to one of them. Perkins takes the ball. Go out wide to Jervies. Connor Jervies now has a bit of time, has Beardsall in support with him. Beardsall does really well, puts the bump on. Jervies' second bounce now. Then long down towards Fulton. Just didn't quite the carry on. Fulton came out well. Mowat done really well in the end. But now he's tackled and dropped. I reckon. I said no, play on. Beardsall just comes straight through. Goes to Fulton. Fulton's handball smothered again. So pressure really on here. Lynch does it. Gets away. Goes to Diffie. Diffie gets the handball in the middle to Hodgson. Hodgson running. Chips the ball over towards Jacker. Jacker sitting there waiting for it. Mayborn gets through the tackle. Over the top here again. McNamara now goes down towards Troop. Puts one hand up. So, falls at the back towards Cam. Cam running under it. Bowden's got hold of him there. It's a great tackle.
It's got to be on the ball.
I said dispossessing the tackle. So, anyway, he trips the ball back. Mayborn again overruns the ball. So, pressure's on. Here we go. Another great tackle. It's the umpire saying this time. Stacks on. Ball's come free. Done well to Elzinger to Elzinger. So, Liam has plenty of time now. Drives out in the middle level of this. White is on his own. No, it's Wilson, sorry. Wilson now looking the Fulton direction. Over his head. Mowat just stands there. Takes the ball. Chips it out wide here in the Della and McLeod direction. McLeod in front of Marnie here, but Marnie's got a bit of toe about him. Works hard to get to the contest. Della helps out. Quick kick on the right foot. Falls to McLeod. Goes to Hannessy. Hannessy on the left foot. Chips it inside the Major. Major takes the mark and will probably steady the game down a little bit.
Both Bannockburn kids went for the footy. One should hang back.
They did. Off you go, Dale.
Ball out wide now, Mark. They just to play the ball. They go back into their half-forward line coming up. Mark not taken out there. Maguire gets back to his feet. Tried to keep the ball in the field. The player's done so. Major's there to assist. Ball comes out. They've tapped the ball back. Goes towards Della. He's taken a little bit high, I would have thought. Umpire says no. Going to have a ball up on the far side of the ground.
Tell you what, they're either missing a few or they've decided to let it go.
Either that or I'm not seeing it properly either, Grub, just like you. So the ball on the far side of the ground again. Kunchka, the only one there. Little boot to ball. Gets it along the ground. Going towards the half-forward line. Picked up there by Phillips. Got it out towards Elzinger. Shrugs the first tackle. Got the handball away. Will need to go back as Jack has got the ball. Had support in Saligen. Comes through the middle of the ground. Chips up towards Hodgson. Oh, nice. Well, actually, I thought
I'll give it to him.
Yep,
I'll give it to him.
Truly, yep. Good decision there.
50.
Oh, 50.
Oh, it probably should have been two. Little bit ball now from Hodgson. Goes quickly into the half-forward line. Mark has taken all out there. This time it's Diffie. He wants to go quickly. Player out by himself is Cam. Behind Bowden. Ball comes to ground. There's a 3-on-1 situation out there. They should win. They've got the numbers around the contest. Picked up there by Bath. Not too sure what he wants to do. Kicks around the body and kicks a little bit wide, I think. Just a fraction. And the ball's got out of bounds on the full. Free kick going to the Thomson side.
That's 112 metres 6, that one. Sorry, Dale, I had to cough. That's why
all
I
right.
handed it over to you.
That's fine, mate. All good. We've done that before. So I don't know what happened there, but Lynch has played on. He's gone long into the forward line. Mayborn going back. Mark, has it been taken? There's a Thomson mark there,
Looks
I
like
think.
it. Looks
And
like it.
it's going to go to...
Is that Boyd?
No, I think it's Maguire.
That's Maguire. The green boots.
So Maguire now. I think he'll be called around on a bit more of an angle than he's on at the moment.
Yeah.
He's trying to sneak a bit there, a bit of
clever.
experience.
Clever.
But he should just run around and give himself that bit more room. So Travis Maguire, an opportunity to extend the lead back again. So he comes in, kicks that goal, and he has missed badly.
Gee.
And it's a minor score, so that moves Thomson to 7 goals 10. Bannockburn on 7-5, and we have gone just over 12 minutes to Connect Tell final quarter scoreboard.
Wow. So Ryan Bowden with the ball here to bring it back into play. Beardsall calling for it this side. So it'd take a hell of a lot kick to get to him there, but he does play on now. He has Alfred shorter, but Kunchka works over as well. Now McLeod's there as well. Falls over the back to Beardsall. Beardsall throws it on the right boot, coming down long towards Ratchie. Ratchie in front. Tries to fist it, then does well in the end. Sheedy at the ground, picks it up, gets a handball over to Knight. Knight now looks up what his options are. Spears a pass into Cam. Cam takes the mark, slows it down. Has a player out very, very wide, and that's where he heads, and it's Hennessy. Hits him. Hennessy just again steadies the ball up. Happy to keep it defensive side of the ground here, Thomson. Still need to kick at least one more, I reckon, Grub, or two more. There's still plenty of time to go, so he goes long down the line. Players fly for a quick kick off the ground there by Dalla. Running onto it, here's Hodgson. Here's a chance. He falls over his own feet. Perkins picks it up and belts the ball long out of defence in front. Kunchka takes the mark. He's got numbers coming out this way. Goes towards Ratchie. It's going to get there too. So Bailey Ratchie's got Fulton ahead of him. Not a great kick off the boot. Fulton gets there. Now he does well to keep it in front of him here. Now what's he got coming the other way to help him out? Gets it back to Jervis. Jervis is wrapped up. He gets out of that one. Goes back to Ratchie. Great smother by Daniel Mowat there. What a great passage of play. Great defence.
They don't like Connor Jervis, do they?
No.
They don't like him. I don't see the need for yelling at him like that.
No. Anyway, in the air, Kunchka wins that one down as Grubby's phone goes off yet again. Anyway, Donahue just bursts through, handballs the ball out to Jacker. Jacker goes out wide. Clever kick finds McLeod. So McLeod, just defensive wing. Chips the ball over the top now, running on with Hennessy. Hennessy now, nothing coming at him, so he's got to stop, prop, and then go long. Troop makes great ground and takes a fantastic mark. Wasn't the best kick, Dale?
No.
But went in that direction. Troop done really well.
He's an idiot. Mitchell reckons we're bagging for Bannockburn.
He's a peanut.
It's only Smithy, none of us.
I'm barracking for a good game, that's what we've got.
Always brag for the side that's behind. And then when they get in front, I brag for the other side that's behind.
Anyway, Darcy Troop now to extend Thompson's lead back to what it was at three-quarter time, which was 11 points. So, ticking over 15 minutes here, Connect our final quarter. Troop comes in with the usual, God knows what's coming off the boot. Doesn't go through, it's being kept in play. So, Bowden runs it out. Tackled as he kicks the ball, only goes as far as Charlie Donahue. He goes on quickly, goes to McLeod, and McLeod takes a fantastic grab.
How good has his hands been today, Jacko?
It is vintage. It is vintage.
Jeez.
This is when he had the man bun. Let's see how good it is.
Sammy Jacker.
Look at that.
Jacka! Home, straight through the middle. That is the 8th goal now for Thomson. 8-10, leading Bannockburn at 7-5. We have gone 15 and a half. Connect our final quarter.
They really, really needed that. I was a bit worried they're going defensive. If you go defensive for too long and Bannockburn kick one, you've got to leave yourself enough time to get one back. But now they've got that little bit of an extra leeway. They needed that goal really badly. And Bannockburn kicked the first in the first couple of minutes, and we all thought, here we go. But Thomson have just fought their guts out, looks like they did in the second quarter. And they're holding on for dear life, and they're doing it well. Hello. Someone's running the square again, have they?
Oh, they have to. He hasn't moved. Still be on the line, Battaglia. Anyway, Jordan Cam takes a resultant free kick. That's 4 in a weekend, Grubby.
Yeah, I wonder
Anyway.
how many actually did. That's what's really
Anyway,
annoying me.
goes out wide. Ball is taken by Maguire. What a good grab that was under pressure from Perkins. So, Trav Maguire now.
Let's go short. That's a great kick, great grab.
They're playing well enough to be nearly home.
Yeah,
Well,
they're not far away now.
Yeah.
Boyd kicks this one, and I'll tell you what, mate, I'm not going to call it because we've seen what happened in the reserves, but they're halfway to 3/4 of the way to next week, I reckon. So Boyd comes in now, has one for the afternoon. On the boot, has pushed it across and through for a minor score, so that takes them to 8-11, leading Bannockburn, who are 7-5, and we've ticked over 70 minutes. Connectel final quarter. Draw is on the cards.
Well, 2 scores ain't going to be enough, is it? 2 goals.
No, not now. So ball now is in the hands of Bannockburn, and it looks like Beardsall. So he's going to take the opportunity to take a couple of bounces, play on, run, and kick the ball out wide. Bailey Alford is in best position. He doesn't take the mark, but he goes back after it again. Got the handball back out there, and the hands of Troop. Troop is tackled. Ball not coming out there, and a good umpire decision. We'll hand the ball back to him.
Oh, Mitch wouldn't want extra time. He wouldn't have enough time to walk that stupid dog of his.
Ball thrown up very quickly by the umpire. Fulton now going to do some ruck work. Ball at ground level, and it's going to sit underneath the Bannockburn player. Troop over the top. Umpire calls for it once again.
Under the ball, no matter who's coming at you, not justifying it, you've got to keep your eyes on the footy at all times. Especially when you're near the boundary line.
So again, ruck contest. Ball at this time. Troop just taps it forward. Goes back to their half-forward line. Coming through, picked up by Cam, got the handball, or tried to get the handball away. Umpire said that was okay. Maguire's there, but it goes out towards Bath. He's tackled. Ball comes out once again. Another pack converges on the ball. And Darcy Troop looking for a little 5-minute break at this stage by the looks. Got the hand in the air.
5 minutes.
That's what he said. He just wants 5.
Here's
So
busted.
the ball now thrown up again by the umpire. Fulton doing the ruck work, takes it out of the ruck contest. Handball goes over the top to Elzinger on his favoured foot. A little bit of dash, gets away from one, takes on Knight, who's not slow.
Is that 2 bounces, umpire?
I don't know about that. He's allowed to run 30 metres, you know,
And it's
with a bounce.
We had 2.
And 2 bounces.
That's 45.
Oh, gee.
That's not a good decision.
That's not a good decision.
That is not. I'm sorry, but this has been over-officiated, this game, badly.
So the ball goes out wide now, and the mark taken out there by Seligen. So Seligen now delivers and goes wider. So they take a little possession football. Hennessy, I think, the far side. He decides to just go a little bit longer into their half-forward line. And that's a little bit too wide. Ball's gone out of bounds. Free kick will go to Bannockburn. So they need to get things rolling at the present time. Maybaum's going to bring the ball in. He's not too sure where he's going to go, so he goes to Fulton at the centre-half back position.
Have a shot.
Just about load up, go long, but he decides to go across
Where the hell's he
ground.
going?
Out to Bowden. He'd want to mark the ball because if it goes over the top, he's just kept it in the field of play. Bowden chips up the boundary line, goes towards Kelly, comes out, didn't take the mark, went back, collected himself, kicked round the boundary line. Elzinger's got to make an option here and up early. Taps it out the back. Jacka's there. Also Battaglia goes back into the hands of Jacka. Got the handball through. Kelly back towards Plant. Plant on the left boot. Nice kick. Finds Darcy Troop, who hasn't left the ground. Wanted to, but stayed on. Darcy Troop now can kick the ball low and goes into their forward line. Boyd comes up at him and he takes the mark. So Boyd now, I would think, just outside range. So Boyd just looking at his options and taking some time off, as you would do.
Tell you what, he probably won't be in my vote, Sammy Jacka. But by geez, both quarters against the wind, he's just been where the ball's fallen. You know, and when it looks like it's going Bannockburn's way, he's the bloke that's been in the way.
So Lucas Boyd now comes in. He's taken a fair bit of time here. Kicks at goal. It is long. I don't know whether it's going to have the distance. It's going to land in the square.
Free kick.
Oh, free kick.
Yep.
And it's got to go to Jackson McLeod, is it?
Yep. So
Jacko McLeod, I think, can just about put the icing on the game here.
How's this celebration going to be if he kicks this one? This will put Barry to shame.
Well, he won't run too far.
No.
But I reckon the hands will go up in the air.
So McLeod from the goal square can go back and stretch the margin to 3 goals.
That'll be enough, I think.
So he comes in, kicks at goal, and he has put it through. His second of the afternoon and the 9th now for Thomson. They move to 9-11. They lead Bannockburn 7-5. Tick 21.5. Connectel final quarter scoreboard.
It's funny, it wasn't as big a celebration as I thought it was, and that just tells me that his focus is there. They all run in and go, right, great, but let's get back and get another one and finish it. And that's,
Keep away from your foot, keep away from your foot.
Don't stand on my foot, but, keep focused, even though you got the 3 goals up, they got the win, anything can happen. Just make sure you keep focusing on getting one more, because if we get one more, you can celebrate all you bloody well like.
Anyway, ball back in the middle now. Fulton to do battle with Cam. Fulton wins that one down towards Elzinga. Elzinga picks it up. Goes to get the handball over the top. It's chopped off by Hannessy. Done really well. Turn around the right foot. Drives forward. McLeod in front. Can't quite take that one. Perkins, what a great pickup that was. Just turns around and kicks the ball long. Phillips sitting under it. It does well to at least make a contest. Ball tapped down. Handball back. Very, very clever. Well, when he put it in the hands of Stephen Seligen. He goes out wide tonight.
He did.
He did. I feel like chicken tonight. So Knight goes down the line. Gets over the top there of Cam. First the ball. Picks it up now. Mayborn drives it over the top. Finds Elzinga. So Liam Elzinga now. Got to move it quickly. Can't hold on. Hands below for his brother there, Jackson. Jackson runs. Takes one bounce. Not going to take a second this time. Chips it over the top. Not a great kick. Sheedy just in the right spot.
Tell you what, he's been good, Sheedy.
He has. Just chips it out wide. Finds Knight. So just the chip around now. Bannockburn have to get the ball back. Knight chips over the top again. Very clever. Slowing it right down now. Taking their time. No hurry at all. Nice long kick. Defensive kick down the line. Good contest. Ball comes down. Falls to Major. Major goes out wide again to Hannessy. Hannessy goes back to Major. Major just loads up. Kicks it down towards the scoreboard. Gets over the back of everyone here. Picked up Barth. Just can't pick it up. Just keeps tapping it along in front of Troop. And the ball goes out of bounds on a boundary line throw in between centre wing and half forward here for Thomson. We have gone 23 and a half minutes. Connect to our final quarter.
She's over, mate. She is over.
You would think there would be 5 minutes left, I reckon.
She is over.
And so the ball thrown back in. Fulton wins that tap down. That's well rowed. Picked up by Powden. Just keeps running and drives the ball long down the line. Sheedy in front again. No, I can't take the mark, but look at the support for him. Knight just bumped Wilson off the ball. Picked it up. Turns around. Chips it out towards Hannessy. Hannessy can have a bounce. Steady things up again. Nice little chip over the top there. The umpire will pay that. No, he hasn't paid the mark anyway. It was a bit stiff for Cam there.
I think I might have paid it. I think he marked it, then it got punched out.
I thought he had control of it. This is what constitutes a mark.
Yes.
But anyway,
Yes,
I've been baffled a bit today, Grub. Not just through me lack of sleep.
Well, to tell you the truth, I think the game's over. It must be. The coach is putting Plant back on the ground.
Anyway, Cam gets it. Drives Thomson long with a bit of a mongrel, but Boyd in front, just strength. Just strength. Drysdale won by 53 points. Anyway, goes long, Troop. Pushes
He's going to give the
out
push.
of the way.
And 50.
No, he won't pay 50.
Nah.
Won't pay 50.
Well, I would have thought he should have, because Troop, he knew damn well where the free kick was going.
Probably paid deliberate.
So did everybody else on the ground.
Anyway, what are we going, Dale? Nearly 25 minutes, I can see it on the scoreboard anyway. Connect to our final quarter here. Wouldn't be long to go in this elimination final.
Oh.
Ball chipped across to Beardsall. Beardsall comes out wide to Perkins. Perkins just has to roll the dice and run. He doesn't. He chips the ball over to Elzinga and misses him. Finds Jervis instead. Jervis held up. That's got to be 50. That has to be 50.
I reckon he reckons that Jervis is
Holding
contributing to that.
Yeah, you're probably right. Anyway, Kunchka works to the front here, puts the hands up, can't take the mark. Umpire's paid high. Oh, you got to be kidding me. You want an Oscar for that? That is soft. Anyway, Kunchka with the ball now. I think you're right, Grub. It could well and surely be over. So Boyd is back in defence now. Flies. Ball gets over the back. Comes across to Freeman. Freeman handballs to Seligen. Seligen goes across to Cam. Cam just chips it out wide and finds Hannessy, who's been really good out there today. Hannessy now again, just chips the one over the top again, finds Donahue, who will slow play right down. So Charlie Donahue now. Goes long down the line. The ball drops a bit short. White flies, can't take the mark. Ball has gone out of bounds. True centre wing, far side of the ground here. St Albans reserve. Boundary Road side for those listening in.
Oh, you got it right today.
Yeah, I couldn't get it right yesterday, mate. I think I called everything but Boundary Road.
Yeah, we end up calling it the outer side.
Yeah, I did, mate. I give up in the end. Anyway, the ball comes in. Fulton wins that tap down cleverly. Oh, could be wrapped up. Does well in the end to get the kick out of the way. Freeman does well to bring the ball to ground. Coming through was Elsing, and there it is. There is the siren. Season over for Bannockburn. Thomson 9-11-65 have defeated Banno 7-5-47. We have some goal kickers, please, Dale.
Goal kickers, yes, for the Thomson side, 2 to McLeod, Troop and Cam, 1 each to Knight, Boyd, Jacker. And for the Bannockburn side, 2 to Fletcher Wilson, 1 each to Kunchka, Fulton, Kelly, Phillips and Mayborn. A convincing win there, 20 scoring shots to 12, and a pretty good performance, I think, from the Thomson side. You're listening to 94.7, The Pulse, your home of local football.
I think we're back. No lead-in. Back here at St Albans Reserve, we said Bannockburn, Thomson 9-11-65 have defeated Bannockburn 7-5-47 in this elimination final. Means Bannockburn, who snuck into the finals last week by 0.85%, are out. Thomson advanced to play Werribee next Sunday here again. Grub, give us your thoughts before we get to the votes and our sponsors, mate.
Well, I think we said off. I said off air. Thomson, I've seen play a few games this year and thought, yeah, they won the games. They did what they had to do, but they were a bit iffy. And then they come into today's final, and they do what good sides are supposed to do: up the ante, increase the pressure, and play your better football come the finals. And that's exactly what they did. And they look like a very good football side. They probably didn't use the win that well, But then against the wind, they were just out of this world. They obviously they outscored Bannockburn in the last quarter against the wind. And look, they were very, very good. So good that it's very, very hard for me to find votes. I honestly don't think I can find one for a 4-quarter Bannockburn player, but there's a few there for Thomson I've got to wrangle with. We said at 3-quarter time, the wind behind you, put Fulton down there, he'll do the work. First 20 seconds, he did the work. But after that, there's one other little thing that goes into the equation when you're talking about that. You've got to get the ball to him, and they couldn't. Thomson wouldn't allow it. They were just absolutely fantastic. Oh, gee, I don't know. I think if they play like that next Sunday and Werribee played yesterday, Thomson can go further. Can they beat the other two sides? I'm still not convinced of that yet. But what they do is they play the better footy. If they keep improving on that, then they can maybe cause a bit of an upset in season 2024. My only worry is there's a few blokes there that aren't 100% fit. They got through today, but to go all the way, they've got to get through another 3. And I'm not quite sure if that's feasible. I think, well, Knight limped off at 3-quarter time. I thought, well, he's gone, and he came and run like a store gift winner in the last quarter.
He did.
Mowat was supposed to be struggling with an injury, and it never affected him in one iota.
I'd like to know if Mitch can actually text in something useful. Why wasn't Billy Smets playing?
Well, I want something more useful now. Is he going to play next week? Because that's a big, big question. And that could be the answer to him winning. Because he's a class player. He's a class above most in this competition. But look, Bannockburn tried pretty hard. And there's a lot of players out there that just went in hard and tried their best. But on the day, they just weren't good enough. And, the best side won on the day. There's no doubt about that. They were just too good, especially against the wind. They had their system. And in the end, they kicked goals against it, which won them the game. But look, a pretty entertaining game when it opened up. I enjoyed watching the game. And I enjoyed watching the best side win.
Agreed, mate. Agreed. Sets up a fascinating second week of finals next week. Dale, you've said you've got your votes done.
Yep.
So guess what? You're going first.
Righto. I gave one vote to Donahue. I thought his game usually sets up on a wing and plays one side of the ground all day. I thought he was excellent. He got a lot of possessions early in the game and continued to get those possessions for most of it. I gave 2 votes to Lucas Boyd. He dropped a few marks, I know, late in the game and lots of the stuff, but I thought initially when they needed a bloke at centre-half forward or up the ground to take marks, he was doing that and doing it very well. And 3 votes for me is Stephen Seligan. Now, if Werribee was sitting back watching this game today and they let him do what he did today out there, then they need their heads read because, as I said, if he's allowed to dictate from the half-back line all day, he will absolutely defend and help them keep Werribee to a score that won't be good enough to beat them. So I think he was, for me, the best player on the ground.
You any idea, Grub?
Not really.
Well, I'm not too far different to you, Dale, to be honest. I gave one
That's
to...
what happens when you copy.
I gave one to Jordan Cam. I thought he was really good. Don't even look at me like you're a peanut, Grub. I gave 2 to Charlie Donahue. And I also gave 3 to Stephen Seligan.
I don't think I'll bother giving him. There's no way I can embarrass myself as much as him.
Who did you give him to?
I gave 1, and I'm going to cop it bad here. Because I love this bloke. And you give 1 to Boyd, but then I'm allowed to give 1 to this bloke because I thought he was better up forward. And I give 1 to Jackson McLeod, who took those marks. And I love Jackson McLeod's game, and I love Jackson McLeod. I gave 2 votes to Stephen Seligan because I thought, well, I could have given him 3, but he's already won a dinner for 2. And I gave 3 votes to Charlie Donahue.
Well, there we go. That ties it up, mate. So
no, it doesn't. Just leave the rest to me.
You give it to whoever you
leave the rest to me.
I cannot believe you've given Jackson McLeod a vote.
Well, he gave Boyd a vote. How many goals did Boyd kick?
1.
And how many goals did McLeod kick?
Same as Cam.
2.
Cam
2?
kicked 2 as well.
There you go. So, and I reckon he just his marking today was great. It was McLeod of old.
He 2 grabbed the first one, but after that,
they were just solid
clean.
grips.
Yeah, no, but as I said,
what did I say during the game? Well, a grip like a Scotsman on a £5
with a £5 note. Yeah,
it's out of an old Val Dunican song, actually.
It just shows we see the game a bit differently, doesn't it?
Not really, because It was very hard to give midfielders and that votes today because it was one got one, then there wasn't any dominating except for probably Charlie. But if you're going to give a forward vote, it can easily go to Boyd, Cam, or McLeod. All three of them.
Cam
we
played in the ruck all
haven't
day.
mentioned Darcy Tritt. Now, Darcy was pretty good as well.
I was going to mention him.
Yeah, he's another bloke that actually come across mine. But as I said, today, a lot more control than he's shown in recent weeks.
Yes.
And he needs to do that. But he was going up forward, took marks, did a little bit of cut-out work in the middle of the ground. I just thought his game was as good as well. And he is as important to this side as anybody, I reckon.
Oh, my word. You could see him getting angry a couple of times, but he held the tab. Look, if I was to give a Bannockburn player a vote, I'd probably give it to Kunchka in the ruck. I thought he dominated all day.
I thought
But anyway, that's where I would have
Cam
went.
had the better of him,
That's
but
where I
anyway,
would have
that's
went.
okay. As I said, we see it a bit differently. I know you're trying to bait me, mate, but
Not trying to. I just did.
you're picking on a bloke who's had 2 hours sleep in the last 40 hours, mate. That's like shooting fish in a barrel. Really, it is.
It's like that every time.
Yeah, but look, mate, that's the beauty of it, mate. We see the game differently. We pick out different things that we like about the game, and we give our votes accordingly.
Well, I think we didn't see it that differently today, actually.
Not really.
I know I carry on when you call out someone, but I've got to do that. It's just
Part and
it's
parcel.
just the way I work.
It's happened for 10 years. Why should it stop now?
Mate, you could give a bloke 65 possessions, 30 contested, you give it him and I'll still go, woo, did he play? Don't worry
That's what I
about
was
that.
asking yesterday about Crennan.
Yeah, well, look, he got all his kicks on the other side of the ground,
We
and
couldn't
these
see
two
him.
dopey buggers couldn't see.
Oh, there you go. That's what I was listening
Wait
for.
till I watch the
I mean,
replay.
he's only 4'6".
You couldn't see him, mate, because there's a little dome there. He's on the other side. You couldn't see him over the other side of the wing. There's a couple of blades of grass that hadn't been cut.
And they were just taller than him.
Yeah, anyway, next week, lads, big second semi. East Geelong, we'll see them appear in the finals for the first time, taking on the Belmont Lions. And now, of course, we know that it's Werribee versus Thomson on Sunday. So 2 hopefully cracking games. Hopefully the weather holds out as we are heading into spring. It'd be great to see. Grub?
Yeah, it will be. We need the good weather. I don't think I've ever been to a final series where there's been no wind at St Albans. I must admit.
You don't get it.
No, so with a little bit of luck, we'll get a slight one. You hate, all the advantage at one end. Well, today the win was in favour of Thomson because they played better against it, and that's what won them the game.
Well, the forecast at the moment is 16 Saturday, 18 Sunday. Less than 1 mil on Saturday and 5 to 10 mil Sunday.
I don't care about the rain. You can play good footy in the rain. It's the wind that stops the game
I'd
up.
rather the rain than the wind.
Yeah, the wind buggers it up sometimes.
It does. It throws the skills around a lot. I mean, the wet weather makes the ball a little bit hard to kick occasionally and mark, but at least the contests are there. The wind could just do anything to the game, can't it?
Yeah.
Anyway, gents, to Tyler and Brad again, who have, they're on triple bubble today, working on Sunday.
Oh, yeah.
No, they whinge about burning, mate, but they won't whinge when they get paid
Well, I was
Thursday.
going to give them a dinner for 2 at the Hotham Hotel, but they've got that much money, they can buy their bloody own.
They can take us out.
Yeah.
They can drive the truck in. Now, to Tyler and Brad, who do a fantastic job for us week in, week out. Al, who's filling in for Steelo, back in the studio. We appreciate that. Dale, good to see you back on your feet, mate.
Helen Tucker.
Helen Tucker.
For the
absolutely-
Tucker?
Helen Tucker for the Tucker. We've had the cousins. We had Kaz come out yesterday with the food, and Helen's just topped her with a nice little platter and then
Equaled her.
No, topped her. Helen had this discussion last night. She goes, I'm the better looking cousin. I said, Helen, you can take that with Kaz. I'm not going to get involved in that one. But anyway, Helen for the food was absolutely magnificent. Gents, we shall see you back here next week, same time. Al, back in the studio. Hang on. Sponsors, please. Hang on, Al. I'll get the sponsors out
The
first.
first day I've actually got them.
And I nearly cut you off.
So, again, I know I say it every week, but we are so appreciative of the people who put money into our league. Morris Finance, you can't go past Martin Carter. Buckley's, well, we all know Buckley's. They've kept our league alive for many, many years. De Grande Cycles, I wouldn't ride any other one.
You wouldn't ride one of theirs either.
But they're the hardest to fall off, I can promise you that. Connectel, how good at Connectel. If you're in the west, get out to the yards for a coldie. Routley's, the big men fly for the Routley's pie. In the eastern at Comnafine, Hotham Hotel in the city, Victory Trophies, Kempy Engineering, Corio Bay Health, Athlete's Foot, Promoted Trophies and Elders. Thank you very much to everybody.
And that's it. That's a wrap here from St Albans Reserve. You've been listening to 94.7 The Pulse, your home of local football.